What thing have we made?
I can't discuss that now because we're recording.
What? Oh, did you want me to stop recording so that you can talk freely?
No, it's fine. I'll message him later on the good old Discord.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to start recording, but I was going to go and get a cup of tea anyway. So,
What are you recording if you're getting a cup of tea?
or maybe it was you guys talking shit in character. You know, you can always role play. You are hanging out at Jordan. We should rename our Zoom chats.
Oh, yes, we should do that.
So let me open up. We've got here Alexander, Alcas, Vespera, and Rokan. There you are, Rokan.
Yes, I do remember. I'm not senile yet, but I'm getting there. I'm catching up.
Working on it. All right, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Then I can use it as an excuse for everything I forget. Dear. Well, if we were waiting for her, where would we be?
I think we'd be in an inn or a tavern somewhere.
Yes. Having a drink.
Having a drink and having some food.
And Rokan would comment on how this drink is like dog pee.
Yeah, I think he would.
It's not strong enough, it is terrible. It is absolutely terrible.
I think it's rather fine, and I take a sip.
Well,
and I sort of screw my face up and go, "It's fine, it's fine."
It is dog pee. That's what it is.
But it's stronger than water, and that's the main thing.
Hang on. What are you drinking? We might be drinking a different thing.
Oh no, this definitely tastes like dog pee to me as well.
Do you have a finer palate?
No, but something with any form of alcohol is better than nothing.
Oh, you know where I come from. Our drink is so strong that men can become women in a very short time.
It's a very powerful drink.
Oh,
It
yeah.
would have to be something very powerful for me to see an orcish lady, or an orcish man as an orcish lady.
I don't know. Sometimes I think, between you and me, I think the women look the same as the men sometimes,
That they do.
That they do.
See, Elven women do not look like men. Correct?
Correct. Very correct.
But, beggars can't be choosers.
Yes.
So do you know what you went off to do then?
No, I thought we were meeting here to report back to Lord Hector in the morning.
Lord who? I say questioningly.
Lord who?
Lord Hector?
I don't know who a Lord Hector is.
He was the man we were working for, wasn't he?
No, it's Lord Kelrin.
Yes, Lord Hector Kelrin.
We don't use his first name. There's a backstory behind that, why we don't use it.
Well.
Why?
I haven't learned that one the hard way yet, so.
Why do elves not use it?
We don't discuss it.
Oh, really? Is it that important?
I mean, if you won't tell us, I'll have to ask him myself.
Yeah, and that will be more embarrassing. So we're both curious as to know why.
Long story.
We're all friends.
It's a long story why we don't use Lord Kelrin's first name.
What, do I look like I'm going anywhere?
It's a long story. More the fact that I don't know what his first name actually is.
Well, his name is
Hector.
Valdrith Kaelrin.
Who's Hector then?
Exactly. I don't know who
Yeah,
Hector
that's a
is.
good question. Who's Hector?
Who's Hector?
You've had too much to drink already.
Ah, maybe this dog pee is stronger than I thought.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Don't say dog pee too loud, because the innkeeper might hear you.
Well, you're at a tavern. Are you at the Laughing Pig?
We're at the Laughing Pig.
I see. Rumbling Pig. At the Rumbling Pig.
Rumbling Pig. See, I must be drunk. I think it's the Laughing Pig. It's really the Rumbling Pig.
And you
Rumbling
can
Pig.
you can smell the smells of food being fried and cooked and what have you in the over in the kitchen through this.
I'm waiting for a
archway.
medium rare steak.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, well, a fellow comes out with his apron on and comes with your medium rare steak and places it down on the table. Evening, sir.
Evening.
I thought I'd bring this to you personally because I hear that you are hardy adventurers.
Well, they're hardy adventurers. I'm just hungry.
I see. Well, in any case, I thought I would have the honor, if I would, to deliver your steak personally.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. See, we've already become important to somebody.
Now my Zoom is playing up. Haha. See if we can fix that.
Oh, you're gone. No, you're back. Oh, you're
No,
gone.
he's
Again.
gone. He's also frozen, so when we
No,
see
you're
him,
back. You're back.
Yep.
You're frozen.
Fix this nonsense. My camera's shutting itself down and
There it goes. It's gone.
it's gone. It's now shut down fully.
here we go.
Anyway, back to my steak.
Back to your steak. Okay. Will you be having drinks tonight, sirs?
Oh, yes.
What can I get you?
Not that stuff.
Not that stuff.
Yes, we'll have the ale, the other ale.
I see. So you don't want the proverbial dog's piss?
No. Oh, is it called dog piss? Is it?
I think that Sean, you've just dubbed the low grade ale in the tavern of the Rumbling Pig dog's piss. Sounds fair to
Oh
me.
yes, but I'll definitely have another mug of dog piss.
You'll have a mug of dog piss.
It's terrible stuff, but it's better than nothing.
You're Alcas, aren't you? Yeah. All right.
What do you mean it's better than nothing? Like I told you, there is stuff from my people that can turn a woman into a man and a man into a woman. Because by the time they finish drinking it, they're both crying. Aha!
You make perception checks, please.
Oh, I've definitely had some of that in my time.
And actually, before you make perception checks, you can make Constitution saving throws.
And it's a 14 for me and
14 for you?
19 for Rokan.
19 for Rokan. Okay.
15 for me.
I see. Let me double check this. What we got here? Rokan. 19 for Rokan. Okay. Fair enough. Well, you're 14, 15, 19. Okay, yeah, you guys are all good. Nobody's drunk themselves sick yet. But in which case you can make perception checks. Yes, please.
14 for me and a 21 for Rokan.
21 for Rokan. Okay, well, goodness. I think the three of you also noticed that there's several other tables in this tavern, and you have the impression this is the tavern that sort of generally is where the foreign mercenaries come to. It's one of the most obvious taverns in the city, and overall, you get the impression that you're being not necessarily ripped off exactly, but it's not the cheapest place in town. And Alexander, can you make a history check to see if you know of any other taverns?
Certainly, that is a 14.
14. Yeah, you might know of one or two other taverns that might even be cheaper than this one. And I will give you the honor of suggesting some names. You don't have to do it straight away, but you can if you want.
Cool. Since there seems to be a theme of pigs in this city, the giggling pig.
The giggling pig.
Yeah.
What about the giggling piglet?
The giggling piglet. I like that. Giggling piglet.
All right. It's the offshoot of the what did we say this was called? The rumbling pig, right?
The rumbling pig. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And something completely different.
The nodding kettle.
The nodding kettle.
No, we can't do that. We've already done that one.
That's a shame. Yeah,
it's a franchise.
It's a franchise. Well, have a think about it and see what you can come up with. In any case, you know of a couple of cheaper locations than this one. To be fair, yeah. But you do notice that there are some interesting-looking individuals around here, including a group of. They look like probably acolytes of some temple, not too far away. Sitting at one of the tables across the room from you. You see a bard in the corner. He's having a rest between playing sessions. He looks very tired, though. He rubs his eyes and tightens the strings on his lute. And you see some people who look like they might just be... You're not sure what they are, actually. They're wearing hoods and robes, rather hoods and cloaks. What were your perception checks again? 14 for Alexander. Rokan and Alcas, you notice that at least one of them has a short sword underneath their cloak. And they're stuffing themselves down with stew right now. And they're not drinking very much, which is a little bit surprising because, usually when people come to the tavern on a night like this, they're getting stuck in. But they're being quite conservative with their alcohols.
Well, I'm eating my steak, eggs, and potatoes, mashed potatoes.
All right. You're stuffing your face.
Yeah. Minding my own business.
That's fair. That's fair. So, does anybody do anything, or are you just going to keep eating?
Once I thought I might try being a bard.
I would love to see that, Rokan.
Oh, no, I tried it for about 2 weeks.
How did it go?
Well, let me put it this way. I lived off rotted fruit for quite a while.
I giggle at that thought.
So I decided, no, not me at all.
Not you at all.
Are you two gonna eat anything?
I'm thinking of maybe going to a cheaper inn.
A cheaper inn?
Yes, a cheaper inn called the Square Blossom Pub.
Square Blossom. That is a very strange name. Okay.
The subtle drop in there.
I don't need any food. I've got enough drink to keep me going.
You should always have food with your drink.
No. Just waters down the effects then.
Well, wait until I finish with the steak, and then I'll come with you.
Absolutely.
They do cook well here.
Yes. Because they want you to keep paying more money.
Isn't that the purpose of every place?
Yes, but the amount that they charge for those meals is highly, highly
Questionable.
questionable. Yeah,
Yeah.
questionable.
You taught me that word last week, questionable.
I remember, yes.
Yeah. See, I remember.
Things you remember.
What are these stringy things? I don't know what that is. Okay.
Outside, it's raining.
Well, do you really want to go because it's raining?
To get anywhere, we'll need to go through the rain. So might as well get it over and done with.
That is true. That is true. I'm just about finished. Oh, good meal. Right. Are you coming?
So what do you guys?
Yes. Are we heading off to this cheaper inn?
Yes.
Yes.
Apparently, he likes cheap.
All right, so you leave the tavern and you start heading through the streets. The tavern that you're at, no, your house is the tavern you're at is somewhere in here.
Where was that?
You're going to have to make a much more detailed version of this map, I can see. But anyway, it's a good.
How will she know that we've moved on?
That's where you go.
Yep.
All right. So, you leave the tavern.
I will. Excuse me, barkeep.
Yes, sir.
We're having a friend come in. She has, and I describe her.
All right.
Could you tell her we've moved on to where we moved on to?
We've moved on to, let me tell you, the Square Blossom Pub.
The Square Blossom Pub.
You're going to the Square Blossom, are you?
Yes.
And you're leaving my establishment. You want me to tell your friend that you're going to another tavern so that we can lose more money?
Well, maybe this gold piece will convince you.
All right. Takes the gold piece. I'll tell her anything you like, sir.
Just that. Just that.
All right. So you have spent a gold piece. Excellent. And so you stumble out into the rain. Looking about, you can see 2 of the 7 moons above. The others are obscured by the towers and walls of the city. You can make perception checks.
That is a 16 for me and a 15 for Rokan.
And a 15 for Rokan, okay. Would you get over?
And a 19 for me.
19 for Alcas, okay. So you guys all notice there is a hawk sitting up on a wall looking down at the square where you guys have just exited from. You exit the tavern and out into the courtyard outside. There's nobody sitting out there, obviously, because it's raining. But there is this raven sitting on the wall at the edge of the courtyard, looking into the courtyard, just kind of flutters its wings and takes a couple of steps and shakes the water off itself. Peers and looks at you. Hawk, rather.
I'll just give it a little wave. Hello, friend.
Fair enough. It doesn't really pay any specific attention to you doing that. You don't get any sense of anything from that, but
Okay.
Dungeon Master notes that you're friendly to the bird.
Well,
Then I'll happily stroll out into the rain.
what was the point of that?
Very well.
You never know.
When you stroll out into the rain, because this is a little bit later than before, you see the bard sitting outside under the eaves, and he's got a bottle of something. He's sitting there by himself, has a slug on it, tips it back. Oh, he says to himself. He sees you and he kind of just puts his head down and lowers his cloak over his face as much as he can.
I just say to him, "All right, friend," and look at him.
Well enough in this God's forsaken city, he says.
I see that you have a lute.
Ah, inside, yes. I didn't bring it out into the rain.
That is fair. How long have you been playing?
Today, you mean, or generally?
Generally.
Oh, a long time now, sir. Perhaps 30, 40 years.
Here is 4 pieces of gold for your hard work. And I give him 4 pieces of gold.
Oh, well, sir, he says, I'll take those 4 pieces of gold. You are very, very kind, my lord.
Oh, well, he likes to go to cheap inns. That's
He says,
why he can afford the 4 pieces of gold.
Your kindness is very gracious, for I have learned that kings may walk as beggars, but beggars not as kings.
I have heard that saying. I've even seen it in a book once.
Ah. Well, we must read the same books then.
I have many books.
Well, and who are you then, sir, if I may ask?
My name is Alexander.
Alexander, a fine name. Aye. Well, I suppose it would be remiss of me not to mention who I am. My name is Jasper Leet.
Nice to meet you, Jasper, and with that I walk off.
All right. Fair enough.
Say, Bud, you don't happen to know any sailors' tunes?
Sailors' tunes? Oh, I might know a ditty or two. Wait a minute, let me think, he says, as the DM makes a history check for Jasper. Oh, he says, as it so happens, I do know 1 or 2. I know one about the dragon's breath. Beware of the dragon's breath.
Dragon's breath.
Another one I know is about some rum. Most of them are about alcohol, actually, now that I think about it.
All the good ones are.
All right, but the dragon's breath one, although it is not in fact about the alcohol, it is about a dragon and a ship and an island and a mysterious treasure.
That sounds like a great story.
Well, I can sing it to you on behalf of your friend who's just paid me an inordinate sum of coin. He seems to have some similarities between his cleric and his sorcerer.
Unfortunately, friend, I think we are heading off.
I'm seeing
maybe next time.
This is becoming a Jordan trait and not a role.
Not a D&D character trait. Yeah, I think that's very true.
Right. All right. Well, so you head off. I assume, Barry, you're heading off as well?
Oh, I might as well go with them.
Good luck on your journeys, my friends. I hope to see you again.
I think I just hear this out of shot and I say, "You too, friend," and I will give him a friendly wave as I'm walking off.
All right, so you head around the corner and you're heading through the city at night. Who's got dark vision? I'm assuming you do.
I do.
I do.
Do you?
I have 120 feet and he has 60 feet.
Rokan has 60 feet, does he?
Yes, and I have 120.
Nice. And so you've all got dark vision. Excellent. You can make perception checks as you... Well, before I say that... Now, these big open spaces on the map, right, they're full of buildings. Some of them are made of stone, some of them are made of wood. And they're kind of like a labyrinth of structures and houses, and some of them are, you know, several floors high, and some of them are much lower. There's, you know, stable yards and market squares and things like that between here and there. So as you're heading through these streets, how do you approach this? Which sort of, are you taking the fastest possible route, Alex, or are you Alexander, or are you?
I'm just strolling through the rain.
Strolling through the rain. You're taking the sort of a more slower pace.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a parasol or anything like that?
No, I don't have a parasol, but I'm just using the fan to like blow the water off my face.
How much time have you spent with this fan?
Too much time with the fan.
I see. I see. Well, that's an interesting thing. That is interesting. Okay. So, and you haven't had it identified or anything like that at this point, have you?
No, I haven't had anything identified with it.
Right. Okay. But you did get was it the braces identified last week? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
Right.
They belong to.
Vespera.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was something else about them. Elves.
Elves.
Belong to elves.
Belong to elves.
No offense, but
The
Right.
symbol of Solanor was on them.
That's right.
once again,
I see. Okay, so strolling through the streets, I guess what we should do is probably, just for the sake of it, roll for initiative.
and Thing's character has them at the moment. Here she is.
Here she comes.
Yep.
That is a natural 20 for my initiative. And an 11 for Rokan.
And an 11 for Rokan. Okay.
Hello, Charlie. How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Good. Very hungry. So, initiative, you say?
I did.
Initiative, yes.
Yes, right.
Yep.
Well,
You just
just
walked
give me a
right
moment.
into it. Missed all the, all the good stuff, all the loot I was just giving out. Thousands of gold pieces and magic artifacts and
I think I'll be okay.
fiefdoms, titles, castles.
Crazy.
Yeah, I now own a 4 million piece gold mansion
Wow.
made out of solid gold.
Oof.
Right.
Yeah, I
That's
now ride
techie as
around on
hell.
a dragon.
Yeah. Everyone's got dragons now. Except for Charlie.
I'm okay with that. Dragons are overrated.
Don't worry, she's got her moth.
Fire dragon.
She's got
That's true.
a
I've got my moth. Eat it.
All right. So Vespera, quick summary. You were sent to go and these guys went off to drink. You were busy doing something, probably some kind of druidic business that druids do. They told you where they were going to go. They were going to go to the Rumbling Pig Tavern. But when you get there, they're gone. But the barkeep, who seems to be very happy with himself presently, he tells you that they've moved on to a place called the, what did we call it? The Square Blossom. A cheaper tavern.
Oh,
So he gives you instructions as to how to get there following the main roads, which he says are the safest. So at that point, just to railroad you a little bit, I'm going to say that you are heading along the main roads to get to the Square Blossom when you come across the party, traveling along the main road, heading to this inn. It's raining, it's nighttime. 2 moons are visible above the towers and walls of the city. You're traveling through this kind of labyrinth of stone and brick buildings with some wooden structures. You go past some stables and what have you, and then you find these guys, and you guys all see each other.
Yeah, as I see her, I just see her and go, Vespera, and wave my hand furiously. And sort of do like a little
yes,
jump.
that's me.
And the fan's kind of blowing away as well as I'm doing that.
Are you using the fan on me?
No, I'm just using the fan in general.
Okay.
I'm not sure why he's doing that. It's cold and rainy, but
Keeps the rain off his face.
it's the rain off his face.
My voice is still a little bit gone, by the way. Anyway,
Yeah, when
hi.
does that come back?
I don't know.
So hi.
What have you
so
been up to?
What, Vespera? Can you just roll initiative just for future reference?
What are you guys getting up to? Oof, 22. Good start.
22.
Good start.
Right. Well,
That is a very good start.
as you round the corner, following the main road, you see that the main street has been closed off and a building has collapsed. And there's a couple of security guards, soldiers standing around it. They're not members of the Wyvern-clad guard or anything. They're just they look like hired guards, rent-a-cops kind of level of cops, of police, of municipal guards, and they stop you. Sorry, please stop, everyone. We've had a building collapse here earlier, not too long ago. I need you to take that route that way. There's a bit of a detour. Sorry about that.
That's
You
all
may-
right.
Perception checks, please.
Oh,
Rokan is a 16. And
a 9. I start heading in the direction that he has offered me.
All right.
a
No
natural
question.
1
A natural 1. Okay.
for a 5 for me.
Alcas, what'd you get?
15.
15. Okay. Well, you and Rokan, these guards are standing here in the rain, guarding a tumbled, fallen, collapsed wall, and looking at the building itself. It looks like it was pretty old anyway. Like it looked like a pretty shitty building. And looking inside, you don't see a lot of anybody or anything, any possessions or anything like that. Something about that is just a bit odd. And you two can make insight checks. Just you two.
Okay.
19.
19. Okay. And for Rokan.
Well, we're making an investigation check, was it?
Insight.
You're making an insight check for Rokan. Just
Yes.
for Rokan.
11.
11. Okay, Rokan, you're not sure what's going on. They're humans, so you don't know. You're not very good at inciting humans.
I whisper in Alcott's ear. Alcott's ear. Something funny. Me not know what, but something funny.
Alcas, as he's saying that, you're looking at these guards and you're thinking, these uniforms have like holes in them, and they look like they have possibly been repaired recently.
I'm going to go up to the guard that was talking to us, telling us to go the other way, and say,
Yeah.
Don't worry. The boss sent me. I'm here to get a report on everything that's going on now. Has anything else happened?
Would you like to make a deception check, please?
14.
14. Very nice. He says the boss sent you, did he?
Yes, and I don't have a lot of time. He wants this report ASAP.
Show me the grips and signs.
I don't know. They had changed recently.
He raises his hand up in the air, and when he does, oh fuck. One of the guards that's sitting up on the wall watching this fires a light crossbow at you and does 11 points of damage with a natural 20 and a critical hit. Vespera, you are just sort of getting to the edge of the what is left of the marketplace when you hear the thwack of the arrow of the crossbow, and the hit on Alcas's chest, or wherever it hit you, Alcas. I can let you decide. And you turn. It is your turn in initiative, if you want to do anything.
So is that my turn?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'll try and find some cover.
Okay. Yep, there is quite a lot of cover, actually. There's a few carts and wagons, there's an alleyway, there's a piece of stone wall, another building off to the right. So you can take like half cover or full cover or 3/4 cover, whichever.
I will take either half or 3/4. I want to keep an eye on what's happening. Poor Alcus, I wonder. And I will use a bonus action to create my little glowy friend.
Okay, so you're bringing your moth out into the rain, in the dark,
Yes.
dark night. All right, very good. So that's
She's
your
going
bonus
to be
action.
glowy and delicious.
That's your movement and your bonus action.
She's
Covered.
going to. I'll get Theo to wander over. Now I'm not sure how far she is at the moment. Is the map accurate? No, it's not. Okay, can Theo get 30 feet closer to Alcus?
Yes, easily, no problem.
And will she be within his range?
Yep.
Very good. She's gonna go up to Alcas, like nudge him.
Yeah.
And then teleport him, and I guess anyone else who's willing.
All right.
I am
anybody
willing.
else that's willing in that zone, you're going to get teleported 15 feet back. Yeah.
Cool.
Hopefully there's somewhere with even a modicum of cover.
Right. So you're going to pull them back
Yeah.
to some cover, basically. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it will also deal some fire damage to anyone around them.
Let us pull them back behind a wagon. How does that sound?
Yeah,
So you
I like
teleport
that.
them woof behind a wagon. So who's included in this? Are they all together? Is this all three of them? Barry, are you?
Yeah, because I whispered in his ears that I must be in
You
it.
must be right next to him.
So
And
if there's-
Alexander, you're going to be teleported.
Yeah, I'm going to be teleported. I think I was standing right next to him as well.
All right. Is that the end of your turn, Vespera?
So the creature will also damage the things around it,
Okay.
the people around it. So
Well, that's
whoever is
one
there will have to
person
make.
right now. So yep.
They'll have to make a dex saving throw.
Dex save. Okay. Fails with a 6.
Very good.
Yeah.
Oh, that is. Oh god.
10
Okay.
points of damage.
Please ignore the D20. I can't believe it rolled that. But yeah, it's a 5 plus. No, it's just 5. 5 points of damage. Fire damage.
Okay, 5 points of fire damage. Okay,
Yeah.
he,
Sorry.
shouts
Sorry,
out
buddy.
as that goes off and is very upset about it. Alexander Cordana, your turn.
I firebolt him.
All right, roll to hit.
It's a 7. I miss terribly.
7. Okay, it smacks into the stone wall and makes a sizzling noise as it goes out in the wet rain against the wall. Do you have any other actions, bonus actions, movement, flavor, or dialogue?
No, I don't.
All right. The bandit that was immediately there, we're going to call him a bandit because, lo and behold,
Bandito.
being bandits, he charges towards the wagon and tries to climb over it. He's going to make an athletics check to try and basically jump over the wagon, which gets on top of it and takes a scimitar swing at Alcas. It's a miss. Okay, the next one fires his crossbow at Rokan. It's a miss. The third one fires a crossbow, and you didn't realize there was a third one there. But he rolls a 15 to hit. Rokan, your armor class is 14, so that actually does hit. So Rokan gets 3 points of piercing damage.
Excellent, thank you.
All right, Alcas, it's your turn. You're at 8 hit points.
After being teleported away, I am going to go straight into a rage
All right.
with my bonus action
Okay.
and go for an attack on this guy that just jumped up and swung at me.
Right, the guy on the wagon. Okay, cool. So roll to hit, please, with your weapon.
I'm going to say this is with a dagger, with one of the daggers that we got from the tomb. I'm just going to whip that out and go for a stab with that.
All right, fair enough.
22 to hit.
2. And that is, have you identified those daggers? You've already found out that they're +1 non-magical daggers, didn't you?
You've said that they're +1 daggers.
Yeah, okay, cool. So you've included the bonus.
Yeah.
22 certainly hits, so let's have some damage, please.
Ooh, 8 damage.
Okay, how do you kill him?
Awesome.
I'm just going to go into a rage and just dagger and then pull him down off the cart and just stab him, stabbing frenzy.
Till he's dead. All
Yeah.
right, okay, cool. So that's the end of your turn, is it?
Yes.
Aren't you quite jovial when you're raging? So you should be like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Not like an angry sad.
This
I'm
is
just
awesome.
laughing.
Right. Okay, Rokan.
Okay. I am going to fire my longbow at them, or
Alright.
short bow, or whatever it is.
Longbow. You have a
Longbow.
longbow. You are a ranger.
Yeah.
So let's fire a longbow, please. Who are you shooting at? Are you shooting at one of the 2 crossbow guys?
The one that hit me?
The one that hit you. Yeah, that's fair. Okay,
That's 16.
That does hit. Let's have a damage roll.
Excellent. That's a 6.
6 points of damage. Excellent. Boof. Okay. He is dropping his crossbow at this point. He's seen that his friend is dead, and he decides to throw a dagger in your direction. And he misses wildly. Vespera, it is your turn.
this classic moment about I have a ranged weapon. So I'm just going to ask my little creature to ready herself, Theo to ready herself to move everyone. If she, if they
She's
get
got
an
a
attack.
fire seed, though, doesn't she?
She does,
That's a ranged weapon.
but this is better because I could save people's lives. I am a paramedic. I'm going to get her to teleport everyone 15 feet
Another 15 feet?
when they get attacked by an arrow.
If they get
A
attacked.
crossbow.
Readied action then, yeah?
Yeah.
All
That's all this spirit can do because she doesn't have a range weapon.
Okay. Very good. Alexander Cordana, it is your turn.
I firebolt at the one that shot at Elcas.
All right, roll to hit.
It's a 19.
19 hits.
And that is 2 damage.
2 damage. Okay, at this point you realize there is another bandit
Of course there is.
behind you guys.
Of course he is.
Okay, so 2 to hit. Yep, good. Is that the end of your turn, Alexander? Do you have any other actions?
That is the end of my turn.
Okay. Well, number 4, he fires his crossbow. Oops, he doesn't roll damage. He rolls to hit. He misses everybody, so that's fine. His friend is no longer loaded. Is jumped down, and he's concerned about what to do. He looks at his friends, and one of them says, "Get them!" So he charges in, drawing his scimitar. He looks a bit sort of not very resolved about his attack. He's coming at Alexander. What's your AC, Alexander?
My AC is 16.
16. So he misses you. Very good. Alcas, it's your turn.
So that one that's coming at us, I'm just going to charge at him with my longsword while maniacally laughing.
All right. Roll to hit.
15.
15 hits.
Awesome.
Is this is the one that he just firebolted, or the one that's
The one that's just charging at Alexander now.
right? Yeah. Okay. So that would be the okay. So that was 6 damage.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Excellent. All right, Alcas, thank you. Any other actions, bonus actions, etc.?
No, I'm just going to get right up into his face, though.
All right, Rokan. Another arrow?
Mm-hmm.
Longbow, please.
Absolutely.
Alexander.
A firebolt. The one that was charging at me.
Yeah, that's what I thought happened. Theater of the mind, doesn't matter.
Theater of the mind, yes.
So did Rokan hit anything? Did you roll for Rokan to hit with a longbow?
Theater of the
Longbow.
mind, he did.
Theater of the mind he did, which was an 18.
18, that hits. Okay, Rokan, we're going to do damage with your longbow.
Good job.
That is a
Rokan.
8.
8. Okay, how do you kill him?
Shoot him right between the eyes.
All right, boof. He's dead. He falls to the ground. So now you realize there's 4 of them. 2 of them are dead. One of them is wounded, and one of them is jumping down off a thatched roof. He slides down the thatched roof behind Alcas. The one that's in front of Alcas attacks with a scimitar. Alcas, your AC is higher than 11, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Vespera.
Right. I'm going to take the dodge action, and I'm going to get Theo to. I think she'll go away a bit. Get her to go away a bit, and then she can do flame seed.
Maybe 35 feet. What's it?
I'm just trying to see what her range is. 1 sec. Flame seed. So 60 feet range. Right. If I can get, I'll go 30 feet if I can hit within 60 feet.
Yep. Okay.
So flame seed.
Flame seed. Okay. So on Bandit C or Bandit D? Bandit C is unwounded, just jumped off behind Alcas. Bandit D is now flanking Alcas with Bandit C.
And D has been hit.
D has been hit. Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm about to hit D.
All right. Roll to
Good.
hit for your flame seed.
No,
1.
it whiffs.
Okay.
The moth looks sad.
It
looks
instead
sad.
misses him and hits the thatch roof behind him, setting it ablaze.
Fire.
Yeah. Right. So the thatch roofing is going up. Okay. So that's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Alexander.
I firebolt at C.
Add some more fire to the scene.
Add more fire
Add
to the
more
scene.
fire.
Absolutely. More fire.
Very good. Roll to hit.
And that is a 18.
An 18, that hits. And you're going for Wounded
C.
Bandits D or Unwounded Bandits C?
I'm going for unwounded C.
Unwounded. Okay, so this is the one, they're flanking Alcas. Their next attacks will have advantage. C, okay. 5 damage?
5 damage.
Excellent. Okay, well, that one that you just did for 5 damage, he is attacking Alcas with a scimitar. He has advantage to hit. He rolls a flaccid 20, which is going to hit you. You take 3 points of slashing damage, Alcas.
Is that already halved because I'm raging?
No, that is not actually half. So I guess it's 1 point of slashing damage, rounded down.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Alcas, it's your turn. You've got 1 in front, 1 behind, both wounded.
I'm going to go for the one in front. Just try run him through with my longsword.
All right, roll to hit.
21
That hits.
for 9 points of damage.
How do you kill him? You run him through with your longsword.
Just straight through with my longsword. And then just yank it out and turn around and just death stare into the other guy.
So you come in at the next guy next. Makes sense. Okay. Rokan, that guy is now dead. So hang on. Do my damage. Kill him off. Good. All right. He's dead. It's Vespera's turn.
That's Rokan's turn.
Wait, it's Rokan's turn. What am I talking about? Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah, Rokan is hit.
Yeah.
So
It-
there is literally one guy left. Are you going to fire at him?
Yep. If it's safe for my companion, yes.
Yep. So roll to hit for it, Rokan, please.
That is a 13.
13 actually hits.
Wow. Nice.
Awesome.
And he does 5 damage.
5 points of damage. Okay, cool. So that was Rokan's turn. On his, he is going to surrender. He's going to try and surrender, but it's not his turn to do that. So Vespera, what are you doing?
Does he look like he's about to surrender?
Actually, he looks like he's going to try and run.
Oh. Right. Well, I might run and tackle him.
Okay. So you are going to run in and tackle him. Okay. So you can make a strength athletics check, please.
Oh, this is my favorite thing in the world. This is what I'm known for. Oh my god. Okay.
Well, guess what? We just tied. So we need to roll again.
Game on. Okay. I have a -1. Okay, 5. That makes more sense.
Well, despite that, I rolled a 2. You actually do tackle him. You knock him over. So he's prone, okay?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, Alexander, your turn. You've got a prone bandit trying to crawl away from Vespera on the ground on the wet cobbles.
I think I just stand in front of him and have like my boots like right in his face and say stop.
All right. Well, it's his turn now, and he stops. And he's shaking and shivering, and he drops his weapon as he sort of lays there.
I say, good choice, friend.
He's just panting on the ground.
What were you doing?
Just following orders.
From who?
Well, at a game. Give me a second and I'll tell you.
My immersion. No. It's fine. It's absolutely fine.
He says, I don't know his real name, but they called him Casimir.
Where can we find him?
Saw him out the back of the Red Raven, sir.
I look at my companions and...
What did he look like?
He had a black cloak and he wore some sort of veil over his face. Just called himself Casimir. He had a fine horse, though, I'll tell you that. Nice buckles and things. Looked like he was right rich, I'd say. And based on the money that he paid my fellows here, may they rest in peace. I think he was probably some sort of noble, one of them houses, I imagine.
Would I recognize the name?
You can make a history check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
While he does that, I'll just level my sword to this guy's neck.
Yeah.
That's an 8.
You've never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
No.
I think you're lying.
I'm not lying. You can make an
Why were you
check.
guarding? Why were you guarding such a old, falling down building?
Well, truth is they paid us to knock it down to form a distraction. They didn't want no traffic going through this way.
So there is more on the other side of here.
Yeah, down that street. That you probably shouldn't go down there. I think they'll probably be trying to ambush you if you do.
Could I borrow your crossbow?
It's yours now, milady.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind.
Why would they be trying to ambush us if you were stopping us from going there?
No, that's where the detour came in. The detour was to funnel you into the ambush.
Us specifically.
Oh no,
Us.
just most people this time of night.
Was there anyone they were specifically looking for?
Well, yeah, but you started asking lots of weird questions.
Do you know who they were trying to ambush?
I don't know, sir. I was told to go to shoot upon my orders, sir. I know that this fellow here, my commanding officer, sir. He told
Oh,
you to.
the dead one.
Yeah.
Do you want to end up like him?
No, sir. No. I'm just trying to say that he asked you for the grips and signs, and you didn't give him. So he was.
What are the grips and signs then?
He says, well, I only know one, sir. You've got to hold your hand like this. He gives you this hand signal. You're a barbarian rogue, is that right?
Mhm.
So you have thieves' cant.
You
Yes.
should do.
Yes.
So you recognize it as a thieves' cant signal. It's like a gang sign kind of thing. It's sort of a little bit more detailed than that. It's a symbol that you have a bunch of symbols and you can use them sort of interchangeably. You can say, okay, upon this symbol, we're going to do a thing. Today's pass sign is going to be this. It's like a password that you can use a hand signal to create, if that makes sense. And they rotate them every other day or something like that. You get the impression, you know how this kind of thing works. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I only know this one, but it's not the one that he was looking for because I already worked for him, and the leader of our pack was given some other signs. I don't know what they were, and if you'd been who you said you were, you would no doubt have known it.
Very true. Does anyone else have any questions for this poor fellow?
Would
You're
you?
gonna be okay getting home?
Oh, he's not going home.
He's not going home, Vespera.
What do you mean?
Well, but I told
And
you
with that-
everything you wanted to know.
And with it, I pull out my dagger and I stab him in the head.
You will roll to hit.
I will roll to hit, yes. That was a 13.
He is dead. He had 1 hit point.
I just look at Vespera and go, no witnesses.
I wasn't going to kill him. I was just going to knock him out and tie him up.
All right. Can you make perception checks?
Just gonna stare at.
That's a 24
Alexander.
for me, which was a natural 20.
Wow.
And Rokan is a 7.
21.
Rokan, why are you so distracted? I guess I just killed someone in front of you.
Well, you know, I was gonna interrogate him a little bit more, but you know, I'm very disappointed now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rokan.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed.
I pick up the body and I pretend to be the person. I lift him up and kind of manipulate his hands around.
Puppeteering him.
I'm gonna walk away from this debacle.
Can I
So
quickly
is
go over to-
Rokan. Rokan's walking away from it.
I put the body down and drag it into a corner.
Okay.
Interrupt me if the perception check changes things, but can I quickly check the leader bandit's pockets?
I was gonna do that too, but
Okay, so
You turned around.
check. So
Okay,
Alpha
what are you
17,
doing?
Alexander was a natural 20. Vespera was a 21, but it was a 16 modified.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone except for Rokan sees the hawk sitting on the wall.
Would I know anything about this hawk, like what the hawk is?
Flies
Hi,
up.
friend. Nice to see you again.
Would you know anything about this hawk? What
What?
might you think you might know? I mean, I know that out of game there is information that some of you may have that is not player character information right now.
Yeah. Well, being a human, I would know about the Barakal envoy.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that they have orcs as...
Well, you're a sorcerer, a magic user. You might pay attention to these types of things. I think that a history check may be in order.
Yep, no, we can do that.
Difficulty
They're
minus 16.
19.
19. Yeah, okay.
Good
So
job.
it could well be a familiar of somebody's, and the Dagdagiel envoy is always a candidate when it comes to magic of any sort in this world. So, yeah, it does stand to reason, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the Dagdagiel envoy. It could be anyone.
Cool, okay.
They do have a tendency to use orcs at falcons and ravens, though.
Cool, yep. I keep that information to myself.
Fair enough. Yes.
Question out of game. Have we actually in game? Have we made this list of the stuff that we had in order to take it to the dude?
Yes, we have. Our
And
lovely Elkas has written it down for us.
Oh, have we given it to him yet?
No.
We haven't made it to him yet, but if you
Okay,
check
right.
Discord,
Nah.
No.
Oh, don't look like that.
How far back on Discord do we need to check?
oh, I haven't sent it to you yet.
Okay, it's in private. Fair enough. All right.
If you would like, I can send it to you.
That might be helpful. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. You can even put it in the chat here if you want to. Do we have a group document yet?
Yes, we do. I don't think I've added you actually.
You better add me to that.
Yeah, probably should add you to that, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Might be a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be a good idea.
I like what you've named the file. The file name is very good. Share.
Do I need to check my email or what? How does this work?
Will in a second. Check Discord first for the Discord for that one, and I will get your email address.
Oh wow. An extra, that's Flash.
With your all caps email you give me.
I love it. That's so cool. I'm gonna give you an
Initiative.
inspiration for that. That's
The idea is that if it looks professional, he's not going to question it when there's things missing.
That's hilarious.
That's so true.
Cute. Cute. Very cunning. What are we doing? This is Dagdagiel. Cool. Okay, so this is the scroll that has the list of what are these things in right now? You just have them.
We just have them.
This was the war chariot full of
Right.
things that we took back to the house.
Right, that's right.
From the tomb.
Yeah, that makes
Yes.
sense. Cool. Excellent. Okay, so now I'm looking for the thing that somebody's just shared with me. Where did that go?
That'll be on your email.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to just put in the words, the letters PC on the end of your file so that I can differentiate it from my million other Dagdagiel files.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. So where do you go? What do you do at this point? It's still raining. Rain's getting a little bit heavier.
I hold Theo close to my chest as if she was a hot water bottle.
That's good.
I think we start making our way back towards House Calrian.
All right.
Did the leader bandit have anything on him?
Did he have anything on him? Yeah, he had 15 silver pieces. He had some. Uh, he's got this necklace around his neck, which you can make a investigation check on if you wish.
13.
13. You believe that he has been a member of some mercenary house in the past, and this is the equivalent of dog tags.
Can I have a look at that as well and use my magnifying crystal? I pull
Yeah.
out,
Yep. Yep.
and I inspect it very closely, and I roll a 23.
Wow.
Nice.
Very good. One moment, please. You think that he has once at some point belonged or worked for the Red Ravens?
Makes sense. I say to the group, I think he definitely worked for the Red Ravens at some point.
Yeah, I mean, what did you say you rolled as a 23 or something, was it?
Yeah, 23.
The Red Ravens have done some work for House Kalen in the past. But they work for everybody, of course, because they're the Red Ravens and they're mercenaries. And you have a little bit of information about them, and that is enough for you to know that the tag that he's carrying on this necklace, it's basically a piece of bone with a hole through it. This particular tag suggests that he was very low level in the Red Ravens, like he might have been a messenger or somebody's assistant or something, basically a private cannon fodder kind of deal. They mostly work in intelligence gathering, and so it might have been his roguish attributes that got him that job. Maybe
I say
he
to the
knows the city, perhaps.
Yeah, I say the group, yeah, but he was very low in status with the Red Ravens. Most likely a messenger or a assistant or something. And given this given this job to prove himself worthy of a higher position, but failed clearly. And with that, I'm kind of playing with a fireball in my hand.
Playing with a fireball in your hand, that's fair. Can you make perception checks?
Ding,
So,
ding. 11.
that was a natural one.
A natural one.
You should have
For me.
used your magnifying crystal.
No, he's just burning himself slightly with the fireball.
As I'm doing that, I'm like, and Rokan is a 19.
19, wow. Very nice.
That first arrow that they fired caught me off guard. No one would happen to have any sort of healing, would they?
With that,
Well, no. Would you like some?
Oh, I wouldn't mind if you've got some spare.
All right, let's see what I can do. All right, so I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on you. Go up to you and just, I can imagine like getting some soot and then just drawing a little cross on your head. Just because we're out of combat and I can do that. This will be a 1d8 plus 3. So that will be a 8. 8 points.
Rokan got hurt too, didn't he?
Rokan? I don't think Rokan got hurt.
he
very
did.
slightly. Yeah.
Very slightly.
You took 3 points of damage, Rokan, so you're down to 15 from 18.
I will also
thank you very much.
That's all right. I will cast some good berry as well. I'll keep them in my pouch and give out 1 to each of them as a precautionary berry. Don't eat it now, Alexander. Do not eat it now.
You hear the sounds of people coming.
Me hungry.
From behind you.
Okay, you can eat yours.
People are coming in the direction that you traveled to get to this point from the other part of the city, through to where you were just brought into combat. And looking up the hill, up the stairs behind you, you can see there's this fancy-looking palanquin being carried by slaves, dressed in fine clothes. Even the slaves have veils over their faces. You can make, well, you've already made your perception checks. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Alexander.
Yeah.
You specifically.
Me specifically, yeah.
You can specifically make a history check.
History check.
I have another question.
It was an 8.
An 8. Yeah, you've got no idea who they are.
What happened to the fire?
The fire went out in the rain.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Just needed to know. You never know. The whole place is burning. We're just like,
The whole
where should we
city's-
go now?
Yeah, we were talking about that in Discord, joking about it. Yeah.
Look, my conscience is weighing on me with all the things that we've taken.
There are two people in front of this palanquin walking ahead, like they look like guards, very fancy looking guards with not extraordinarily great, effective looking armor, mostly ceremonial looking, but their weapons look sharp enough.
Would I recognize like, if they've got any emblems on them or anything?
Yeah, that's what that check was, and you got 8. So sadly, no, you got no idea who they are. But as they approach,
Cool.
one of them steps forward. Step aside for Lord Vignis of House Dalathon.
Oh, well, that answers that question. And I
Whoa,
step
friends.
back.
Step aside.
Whoa, friends, we have news for you.
What news is this, Hold?
We do.
This lot here, and I motion to the dead people everywhere,
What is
We're
this?
setting
What
a
have you
trap.
done?
they were setting a trap and they attacked us when we tried to intervene. It just so happens that moments later, you and your lord come through this way. I believe the trap to be for you.
Can you make a persuasion check, please?
19.
Oh,
19.
nice. Even I believe that, to be honest. It does look right.
He says, stand back, all of you.
Just step back. We mean no harm. We don't.
Yes.
We didn't really want to get involved.
He walks over to the palanquin itself, and the slaves lower it down enough that he can take a small step off the side of it that slides off, and he puts it on the ground so he can step up and lean into the door to look inside. And you can see this huge fat hand resting on this large knee inside, covered in jewels. And he leans in to speak to this person, and you hear something about an ambush. Should we turn back? And you hear this low voice. You can make perception checks if you like.
There was a 10 for me. I didn't really hear anything. I maybe heard the beginning of the conversation.
22.
15.
And a 14 for Rokan.
And a 14 for Rokan. All right. 14 for Rokan. Turn back, you say? Oh, I'm not traveling all the way back to the city. Is there another route? Who are these people? Tell me more about them, and then we can decide. Can we trust them? Yes, sir, I will ask. And, he steps back out again and closes the door, and he turns to you. Where do you hail from, lords, lady?
I step forward and I go, I am Alexander from House Kelrin.
House Calvin. I see. And I see.
No, Lord, friend. Just someone who does random jobs for money.
So you are a cut purse or a mercenary then?
Oh, call me what you will, but everyone's got to make a living.
And you claim to have dispatched these bandits. What is all this mess? How do you explain that?
Well, we approached them and asked them what they were doing, and when I didn't know the correct code words and hand signals, they attacked me out of nowhere. So we simply defended ourselves.
Simply defended yourself. I see. I see. Now, just in case anything happens, I'll just get you to roll initiative, please.
Just in case.
Ooh. Don't mind if I natural 20.
9 for Rokan and a 15 for me.
A 9 for Rokan and a 15 for you. Okay.
And that's a 5 for me.
Okay.
No.
Very well. Right. So you suggested we turn back, is that correct?
Yeah, ambush that way.
You do what you believe is best, but all we're saying is these guys were paid to reroute people
We could take you.
to path them into an ambush
You know, if you want someone, we could help
for
you.
the right price.
I shall suggest this to the Lord.
Me no want fight. Me want stay safe place like inn.
He
Drinking.
goes back up on the step up to the door and opens it, and he leans in and he tries to, you hear him explaining this to whoever's inside.
Me hungry. Me
Eat the berry. You can eat
already
yours.
done that.
You should be well
Okay,
nourished.
I'll add that 1 point of heal.
Yeah.
This guard, by the way, takes from within the carriage, he takes out a parasol and opens it above him. It's made of bamboo with rice paper, something like that. Maybe not rice paper, something that's actually waterproof. Well, it could be waxed.
Could be waxed, yeah.
So yeah, while he's doing that, can you guys make perception checks, please?
We did.
New ones.
New ones.
Oh, new ones.
That's 6 for me. I'm distracted, and it's a 16 for Rokan.
Well,
Me not distracted. Me a berry make me good. Mm.
Right. Very good. Okay, so 16 and 14. Alcas and Rokan. You think you hear something up from above you and behind you, up on the roofs of the nearby single-story building that cuts along the edge of this square that you are on the edge of, and which has been divided up by this collapsed building. Next to this building, it cuts around up these winding stairs that go up to the next level where you came from, and also where this carriage came from, where this palanquin came from. And you look around, but you think you saw a figure moving on the roof.
I think we got action on the roof.
Guard, friend? Looks
Yes,
like
what-
the ambush may have moved forward to here. May not be the best idea to have your lord get out.
Very well, you hear the voice from within. Turn around, get us out of here. And they start to move. The palanquin turns around in a sort of 360 circle. As it does, meeny, miny, mo. I need to choose a person. This shall be accomplished with the usage of random dice. Right, Rokan.
Oh, wow.
you're the lucky dude.
What sort of armor are you wearing, Rokan? Can you tell me what sort of armor Rokan is wearing?
He is wearing no armor.
Rokan
He does not
is-
have.
That can't be right.
He doesn't have armor.
I got
Rokan
fears
is
of
not wearing
fear.
Oh no, he's got leather armor. He's wearing leather armor.
Right. I was going to say that would be absurd for him not
That
to.
would be absurd. Yes, it would. Too many L's.
Me good, but not that good.
What's your armor class, Rokan?
What's my armor class?
Your armor class is 14.
14.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yep. So. Oh no.
It's always concerning when the DM starts talking to himself.
Yes. Yes. No. I realized that the thing I was trying to do is in fact not a ranged thing, so I have to change it. So instead, Rokan, you take, without any saving throws, without any to hit rolls, you immediately simply take. You take 5 points of damage. Alcas, you take 5 points of damage. Vespera, you take 5 points of damage. I just rolled 3 4s in a row. As 3 magic missiles whiz into materialization above this building and fire down at the 3 of you, automatically hitting you. There's no saving throw, no to hit roll. You just take damage.
Unless you had shield.
Boof, boof, boof. Yeah, unless you've got shield to
But
counter.
no.
Did I see where that came from?
Yes, you did. And at this point, Vespera, you have initiative.
Right. I ready the crossbow. I assume it was a light crossbow.
Okay, well, it is unloaded because the last person to use it fired it and dropped it.
Right. Okay.
So that's what you're going to do anyway? You're going to ready the crossbow?
Yes. I'm also going to have Theo prepare to teleport us if we ever get hit
Okay, so
like that again.
holding action to move you to the other side of the wagon again, or possibly
Yes.
the other side of the palanquin. Which would you prefer, the palanquin or the wagon that was already on the road?
We'll go with the wagon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the end of your turn, Vespera?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Well, reading it takes an action, right?
Yep.
Is that how it works? Okay, yeah. I've never used one.
Okay. Oh, that is shocking. No wonder. No wonder it's okay. That's what we want. Okay, so Vespera, can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Ba-dum. 11.
All right, you are paralyzed with hold person.
Okay.
So you cannot move.
Can I talk or anything?
You can't even talk. You're paralyzed. Yeah, you can't even talk.
Like the worst person to do that to, I'll be honest.
Okay, so Alexander, your turn. What are you going to do?
Since I've seen him, I'm going to cast Magic Missile and shoot straight back at him.
Okay, roll. You don't need to roll to hit. Roll your damage.
That is a 3, and a 4.
So that's 10 points of damage?
Yes, it is.
Oh, he doesn't like that. Rokan.
Hunter's mark, if I can see him.
Was that a concentration?
And I fire an arrow.
Okay, let's roll to hit with an arrow, please.
Okay.
Roll to hit with
Was it a
arrow.
concentration for hold person? And was it on that dude?
That was a natural 20.
It is a concentration, so he does have to make a constitution saving throw. Thank you for pointing that out.
It's okay. I'm really just trying to get myself out of shit.
He gets plus. Yeah, he holds concentration. 15.
And the next one?
Okay.
For his longbow attack?
Oh, right, longbow attack. 14. Okay, so he's still concentrating. So how much damage did you do with the longbow?
I didn't do damage yet, but it was a 25 to hit. A natural 20.
Natural 20, so critical hit.
With a critical hit. Yeah,
Crit
let's
damage.
do that.
So doing crit damage and then crit hunter's mark damage.
Yes, that was a 10
Alright.
for the damage, and then cancelling Ham's mark, and then crit damage for that.
I know
And that
you're
is
rolling-
a
yep.
2. So 12 points of damage.
So Barry, how do you kill this wizard?
I'm free again.
You're
Ooh.
muted.
Right in the heart.
Right in the heart. Okay.
Yep.
He grasps the arrow and he staggers a few feet forward, coming to the realization that he's going to die. You see blood come out of his mouth, and he falls to his knees and starts sliding down the thatch roof that he's been running across. He's wearing these knee-high red slippers underneath his red robes, and he tumbles down. In fact, he's wearing black robes, but underneath you can see the red flashes of his red robes. And he tumbles down, hits the gutter, and falls with one arm, flops off the gutter, and is just hanging there. And he lies there looking up at the stars, dying. At that moment, him being dead, you can make perception checks.
16 for me, and a 5 for Rokan.
15 for me.
Okay, let's go through these. 5 for Rokan. Rokan, you're busy going, wow, I'm a legend. Vespera is a 15. Alcas is a 6. Alcas is going, wow, he's a legend. Alexander, however, and Vespera are busy looking around for any other enemies. And you see someone running along another wall up above, about 60 feet back, drawing a longbow presently. Roll for initiative.
Right.
That was a 4 for me this time.
So with my little dude.
Yep.
Oh wait, no. Don't worry. It is still initiative time. So why don't we just stick with that? 14.
Okay.
7 for Rokan.
Okay, good.
Nalakas is a mystery. He's a mystery man.
I rolled a nat 1. I'm just on the floor
Oh.
soaking that up.
Okay, fair enough. Now, what I can tell you is that this individual with this longbow, they look like they're wearing at this distance a cloak and with a hood raised. But what did we get with our perception checks? Let's just double check that.
16, 15 for me and Vespera, and then I think
Right,
5 and 6.
Right. Okay. So Vespera and Alexander, you notice that this archer is wearing studded armor of some description, and it reminds you of the body that you spent so long burying out in the woods.
I turn to Vespera and say, I think it's another assassin. Wannabe assassin.
Oh, he tries to loose his bow and he swears bloody murder as his arrow snaps.
That was a nat 1.
That was a nat 1. Vespera, it's your turn.
Right. Wow. Okay. Are you sure? I rolled a 14.
Yeah,
Are you sure?
That was the highest thing in the initiative.
Crazy.
Order, except for the archer who beat you guys by 1.
Well, did I end up readying my arrow in the end? My crossbow?
Okay, you will have readied it by now, yeah.
Okay, sweet. I'm going to try and fire it now. I'm not proficient in this. No magical braces will help me in this role. I'm going to take his longbow once I get a chance. So roll a d20. Oh God. No. Just fires off.
Okay, patonk. Okay, it just fires off. You don't even see where it goes. It's so blind, such a blind shot. Okay.
I'll have
bonus action.
Yeah, bonus action I'm using to get Theo to teleport us out of danger.
Okay, so you can teleport yourselves into cover at that point.
Yeah.
So you're all behind a wagon
I'll
now.
do that.
All right.
Yep.
Rokan, it's your turn. I am going to get you to make a, I'm going to call it a dexterity saving throw, because without being warned, this is going to be a house rule. If you get teleported and you haven't been warned right beforehand, and I mean right beforehand, you're going to make a dexterity saving throw just to figure out which direction you're facing and what the fuck is going on.
I have to tell her to teleport. So
Right.
is that good enough warning? Or?
That helps.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm going to get dex saves, please.
Dex saves, cool.
From all
Okay.
of us?
Yep. Everybody that's been
13.
teleported. 13.
17.
For
17.
Rokan. And
5.
an
5.
8
Well,
for me.
Vespera, you don't need to do it because you know where you're going.
Okay, awesome.
Because you're the one whose idea it was. Alexander. So Alexander, you're going to have disadvantage on this turn, but then after
Cool.
that you'll be fine. So Rokan is next in the initiative order. Rokan, what would you like to do? You're hiding behind a wagon. Back to the enemy right now.
If I see that guy, hunter's mark, move it and fire at him.
Right. So the thing is that your last hunter's mark is dissipated, so you're going to spend a new spell slot on this, because these are separate encounters. And you need to pop up if you're going to see him, because as I said, you're behind cover, behind a wagon.
Okay.
Doing is hiding behind cover. So
Okay.
I mean, unless he comes all the way around the wagon to find you, but that's not very likely, seeing he's just on a building 60 feet away.
I'll pop up to have a quick look.
Okay, you're going to fire at him?
Yeah.
Okay, so you use your movement to come out of cover, and you roll to hit, please.
Yeah.
Rokan.
Personally, that's an 8.
Okay, your attack does not hit. It sticks into the wall that he's standing on presently. Alexander, it is now your turn. You are at disadvantage for a turn.
Since I'm at disadvantage, magic missile.
Magic missile?
Nice.
Tricky.
Just got out of that one.
Roll your damage with magic missiles.
2, 2, and a 4. So
8.
8.
Okay, very good. That your turn. You got any other actions, bonus actions, movement, flavor, or dialogue?
Nope, I haven't got anything.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no. Before I say that, I yell out, "What's your name?"
Okay. Well, unsurprisingly, you don't get a response.
I didn't think so.
Alcas, it's your turn.
Is the palanquin still nearby?
Yes. The people are trying to get it up the hill right now.
How far away is it from where I currently am?
It's now at 30 feet.
Okay. And how far am I from the
60 feet from the
60 feet from
archer.
the guy? Sweet. I'm going to take a quick shot with a short bow at him.
Mm-hmm. Roll to hit, please.
Nope, that's a 1.
A 1. Well, you pull his trick and break an arrow.
Cool. And then I'm going to run over to the palanquin and say, "My lord, see, there is an ambush. Would you not let your guards help us defeat it, and we can maybe find out what they want with you?"
Get out of here, we're leaving. Tell the guards to be alert.
Okay, but remember the name Alcus, we saved you.
One of them looks at you. Alcus, was it? Says the second guard. I'll remember you.
Don't worry, we'll deal with this. Get him to safety.
Right, so they're now carrying the palanquin up the hill. The archer. Oh dear, he gets. Yes, okay. So he fires at Alexander with his longbow.
You should have a significant amount of cover, right?
Yes, well, his first arrow misses entirely. And currently you'll get +5 cover, Alexander, because you're behind it.
Cover. Yeah, cool.
Second attack. What is your armor class with your +5 bonus?
My armor class would be a 21.
21. Okay, he misses with 2 arrows. However, he has a special thing, a bonus action called Archer's Eye, which allows him to add a d10 to his roll. And I rolled a 19.
Ooh.
And I just rolled a 10. So
Ooh.
it's 29 before
Ooh.
it hits you. So you take only 5 points of piercing damage.
That still hurts me. So I imagine the arrow like shoots and then kind of lifts up and then falls back down.
I'm thinking it might have gone through the wheels of the wagon or something like that, or
Even better.
yeah. Vespera, it is your turn now.
Right. Could I borrow someone's bow? I can't use this damn thing.
It doesn't sound like anybody's assisting you there. So you don't know.
You could have mine, but I'm 30 feet away.
Ooh, actually, I could get there and do that. Yeah.
Yep. So you
I'll run over.
You run over to him,
Hi.
coming out of cover. Okay.
Yes, may I please have that? Thank you.
Yes. So
Right.
there's a short bow and as many arrows as you can grab. There's 19.
Oh, thank you.
Grab 6 arrows and you grab the short bow and cool. So
Bonus action, I have Theo teleport me 15 feet.
okay, so you use
somewhere.
to teleport 15
Oh,
feet back towards the cover.
yes. Do you want to come along, Alcus? Because if you don't, you will have to take some damage.
Yes. No, I'll come along.
So
Okay.
whoosh, you're halfway back to cover then.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, Rokan, it's your turn. Would you like to pop and shoot?
You're muted, Barry.
And also realizing that if I was an archer, her taking off would be a good time for him to try to get a shot.
Yeah.
So I pop up as she runs.
That makes sense.
Hmm.
Okay, so can you roll to hit, please, with your longbow?
Certainly, that is a 7.
A 7. All right. Sadly, that doth not hit. As the archer has taken cover behind a parapet, he also has half cover and is popping up and shooting back. You've only got one attack on this at this level, so that's the end of your turn, unfortunately. Did you put Hunter's Mark on him with a second spell?
I did say Hunter's Mark.
You did, so okay.
Yeah,
so
I move it.
burn another Hunter's Mark, please.
Yeah, done that.
Now it's your turn, Alexander.
I think I cast Firebolt and I shoot it at him.
Firebolt. All right, roll to hit, please.
And because the D&D doesn't seem to like me doing Firebolt damage on D&D, we're using my new glass dice
Nice.
from Winwood. Very exciting.
Yeah.
And that is...
Natural one.
Was it really a natural one? Okay. So Firebolt, thatch roofs. Again, we've got another little fire burning away here.
That dice have now gone. We're getting the next ones out.
Oops, they're in
You
dice.
should return them.
I'm going to have to return them now.
Is that the end of your turn? Speaking
That is the end of my turn.
Okay, Alcas, you now have no bow. And you are 15 feet from cover. As you've just teleported. You knew you were being teleported, so you don't have to make any dex saves.
Is there any cover closer that's within 60 feet of where I currently am?
Within 60 feet, because you can dash, right?
I basically want to dash to get closer, but I want to make sure I'm behind cover.
I'll do it. I'll say that you can get to cover if you can make an athletics check. DC is 12.
I can. Yeah, easy. 18.
Okay, so now you're in a half cover again.
Cool.
Right. Cool. So this is some rubble this time from the collapsed building that is strewn out across the market here. Great. So you're now in cover. Now, was that your action or your bonus action using your roguish bonus action? Or was it
action. That was my full turn to get to that.
Full turn. You don't have anything else left.
No.
Okay.
Just to note though, how far away am I now?
What did we say? 60 feet. You are beneath him under the wall,
Okay,
actually.
cool.
That probably is why you've got half cover, because you're right underneath where he is at. Are you stealthing at all, or you can't take the hide action?
No, I'm not trying to hide or stealthy anything.
Okay. Vespera, it's your turn. You're going to fire.
Could you have raged? Just Anyway, so is it my turn? Sorry.
Yep, it's your turn.
Very
No,
good.
it's not. What am I saying?
Yeah, I was about to say.
What am I saying?
Pretty
Sorry.
sure there's a bad guy ahead of
Okay,
me.
so yeah, he takes a shot at Alcas as he runs. 10 to hit, doesn't hit anything. He takes another shot at Rokan, who pops up earlier. That is a flaccid 20, so that will hit Rokan
That will hit.
for a total of 10 points of damage to Rokan. Rokan, you're at 1 hit point.
Yes, he is at 1 hit point.
Oh boy.
I went the wrong way and I hit heal. It was a healing arrow, but no, he's at 1 hit point now.
Okay. Now it's your turn, Vespera.
Right. So I am going
His
to.
own cover as well, using his movement to pop out and come back.
Okay. Very good. I am going to run over to some cover myself, along with Theo.
Yep.
I'm going to bonus action healing word Rokan,
Okay.
which is going to be my last spell slot for the day.
All right.
And that's okay. So
Healing word on Rokan.
healing word is a 1d4 plus 3, so just 4.
4 hit points back to Rokan.
It's something.
Rokan
Something.
5 hit points. Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Not quite. I'm going to ready an action using the longbow. Short bow?
Yep.
Short bow. As soon as I see him, he's going to get one.
When he pops out, okay, so you're ready
Yep.
actions. Okay, cool.
I believe in the power of these braces because I don't know how to do it otherwise.
Very good. Rokan, the guy is in cover. So I think we should try and get used to this idea that when we're in range combat and we're taking cover, we should ready actions. And then when somebody pops out, everybody who's got a ready action fires.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Barry, cannot hear you if you're talking.
I am going to do that.
You're going to do that? So you're readying an action? Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Alexander.
I magic missile him.
That's fair.
Fair enough. Okay, because that automatically hits. Do your damage.
4, 2, and a 5.
So that's 11 points of damage.
It's 11 points of damage.
Okay. Very
How
good.
many of these spells do you have?
That was my last spell slot. I have nothing left.
I was going to say, you're burning a lot of spell slots. Alcas.
Me too.
For this turn, I'm just going to quickly chug a healing potion that I have.
Okay, so you're rolling a healing potion. All right.
Yes.
At that point, the archer pops, and two of you get. Two of you have got readied actions. So roll to hit, please, for Vespera's shortbow and Rokan's longbow.
That
Got
was a
Hunter's
13
Mark
for
on him.
Rokan.
You do have Hunter's Mark. So Vespera was a 9. Was that
9.
right?
Yeah.
So that does not
I
hit.
think I get a bonus, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
It's probably not enough. What did Rokan get with his
13?
13? Sadly, does not hit either. Never mind.
So it'd be
Vespera,
11.
it's now your turn on the next round.
He hasn't had his attack, has he?
Oh yeah, fuck. That's what threw me off.
I think
okay.
if the DM says that it's your turn, it's your turn. And the other player, this is a attack.
Jordan.
He's gonna hurt you.
Cool
I'm going to be hurt now.
Cool story, bro.
How much damage do I take?
All the damage.
All the damage.
Okay, so his attack. Who was standing up? I think Alcas is in cover, drinking a potion. He can't even see you. Rokan is popping up from behind. So Rokan and Vespera have both popped up to shoot him as he pops out. So you're both feasible targets. Rokan's been hit, and he doesn't like you, so he's going to try and take you out because you don't have many hit points left. But he rolls a 16. That's going to hit Rokan, isn't it?
It sure is.
It sure does.
Rokan, oh, you take 5 points of damage exactly. That puts you exactly 0 hit points, making you
Exactly.
unconscious. Now you've switched to death saves.
Yep.
Vespera, it's your turn.
I am going to run over to him or walk, whatever is most convenient.
Oh, did I roll my second attack?
Oh no, you have not yet.
Okay, so that leaves Vespera.
Yes.
10 to hit misses you. Okay, so now you can go.
Right. I go over to him. I am getting out the berries. They're in a convenient place.
All right.
And I'm going to shove one in his mouth.
All right, you shove a berry in his mouth, and what does it do?
Don't
I guess
have,
if it... Huh?
is this the character I have with when I'm about to die, I can come back or something?
I think that's a fighter. But I'll check just for the
Or
sake of checking.
No,
potentially
I
an
think that's an
powerful?
orc. Yeah, it's an orc racial.
Oh, orc racial trait.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they can only do it once or something. Right?
Powerful
Savage
builds
attack. No.
relentless endurance. Once per long rest, when you are reduced to 0 hit points but not killed outright, you can drop to 1 hit point instead. You can do
Okay,
that
so
then.
yeah, you're fine. In that case, I'll just do the whole longbow thing, short bow thing again.
Good call, Barry.
Yeah, that's really
Good call. Good call.
Glad you know your character.
Yep. Okay. So you're doing a short bow attack then. Cool.
Yes, if I see him. Do I see him?
Yeah. Well, or are you holding? Yeah, well, he's popped back in again, so you hold.
I will hold.
Okay.
Hold.
Rokan, are you going to hold again as well? So you both attack at the same time later?
I would also like to.
Yes, I will.
I'm going to ready Theo to teleport us because I'm afraid for Rokan.
Okay.
So
you're going to teleport to more.
is there any
secure
other?
cover.
Yeah.
You could try and teleport to the you can teleport halfway to the corner of the stairs, which would bring you to 15 feet from those stairs, which is on a corner and would get you completely out of range of the longbow.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rokan's holding an attack. You're holding an attack too.
Yeah.
Yep. Alexander.
I'm going to use Font of Magic, which gives me an additional spell slot.
Ooh.
And with that, I'm also going to cast Magic Missile.
Fair enough. Roll to hit. I know. Roll to hit. Damage.
Damage. So that's a 3, 5, and a 4.
9. It's 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. This guy is getting very beaten up now.
He is taking a lot of hits. And he's right. Wow. And they're just going around like this is his cover, and the magic missiles just go hit him from the outside. All right. Cool. So that's Alexander's turn. Alcas, you've drunk your potion. You've healed a little bit. You're below the enemy. He is out of sight right now. But if you take a couple of steps backwards with a bow or something, you don't have a bow right now.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. What I was actually thinking of trying to do is, am I able to climb up there and throw him out of cover?
You could certainly try that.
Down onto the street.
No, you're going to need to be a little bit stealthy, I suspect. Otherwise, he might see you coming or hear you coming.
Sure.
So let's get a stealth check off the bat.
It's a 9.
Okay, not brilliant by any stretch. Okay, and you want to make an athletics check now.
Oof. I'm going to use my inspiration on that athletics check.
Okay. 13. Okay, it's
13.
All right, so next turn you'll get to the top, but you will have also knocked a stone out of the wall that has come tumbling out and crashed onto the ground, splitting the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he will have an idea that someone's there. All right, very good. At that point, in fact, that's when he pops out, triggering your 2 attacks. So let's get the longbow and the shortbow attacks from Rokan and Vespera.
Kidding. 5 plus
5.
no.
Yes. So the short bow goes whizzing past him, and Rokan's arrow.
Rokan's arrow goes 14.
14, sadly, also misses. It's close. In any case, our archery friend fires at Alcas from above. Yeah. He misses you, Alcas, with an 11. Vespera, you going to go back to holding?
He doesn't have 2 attacks this time.
Oh, fuck, he does have 2 attacks.
What?
No, it's
I'm,
okay. He's going to miss anyway. It's fine.
I'm working
Gonna
on
miss,
the
he's gonna
side
miss.
of neutrality, okay?
He's gonna miss. He doesn't miss.
He hits Alcas, actually. Hits Alcas for 11 points of damage.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Are you okay? I'm sure you're okay. You're okay.
Can you make perception checks, please?
Luckily, his stealth really sucked. Oh, my roll sucked too. To be
it
honest.
was a 13 for me.
13 for you?
Yeah, and a 9 for Rokan.
And a 9 for Rokan, okay. And Alcas, what did you get for a perception check?
19.
19.
So I definitely noticed that arrow coming.
Oh, yeah. You also hear, the reason you probably get hit is because you were distracted by the sounds of, in the distance, you think you can hear boots, many boots, coming down from the next ward of the city. At a guess, they sound like city guards. Okay, so Vespera, you're holding your action, yeah?
Yes. I think the
Rokan?
same thing will happen as well with Theo.
As with me.
As with you, Alexander, you don't have any magic missiles left, do you? Or do
I
you?
cast my second font of magic and use magic missile.
Okay.
So for a 5 and a 3 and a 4. So another 12.
Wow.
I love this.
That's my last font of magic, by the way. So no more magic missiles now. Officially no more magic missile.
You hear him cough, and for a moment, when you hit him, you see his silhouette cast by some light flickering from the flame that's hit the thatched roof is caught on fire a little bit. So that light is casting a shadow, and you see him cough into his hand and look at it for a moment. From the magic missiles. Anyway, Alcas, it's your turn.
Sweet. I'm gonna try
of the wall.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try throw him down into the street.
Okay, so you climb up onto the wall, and you charge at him and grab him and try and throw him. So this is going to be a grapple check straight up.
So that is a
Athletics.
Ooh, 14.
Okay, you have now immobilized him, and now you're going to try and drag him to the edge. This is another strength check.
Another athletics, or?
Yeah.
Ooh, no, 5.
Okay, you're not moving him, but you have immobilized him. He can't move, and he is now no longer able to stay in cover. So he's permanently out of cover as long as you're grappling him. Okay. The bad news is if anyone rolls a 1 with a ranged attack, they're going to hit you.
Could happen.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
The archer, can he? You know what? You're grappling him. You are supposed to be able to take attacks while you're being grappled, but you can't move. Like, that's technically the definition. Is my screen gone? Because it will tell me the exact things here.
This isn't going to be good.
Well,
when the DM goes for his screen on an online game.
Right. Grappled speed becomes 0, cannot benefit from any bonus to speed. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if the effect removes the grappled creature. Right, so you have grappled him. He simply cannot move. Yeah.
You should this is Sparta him. Just kick him right off the side.
Who's Sparta?
It's trying to do.
That's kind of what I was trying to do, but
This is Dagdagiel.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, we can say that you're restraining him, which means that he gets disadvantage on an attack, and anyone trying to attack him gets advantage. I think that's fair. So he is going to take a disadvantage attack against that dirty sorcerer Alexander.
Cool.
Yeah, that's an 8.
Yeah, that misses. It just shoots straight past me.
I'm imagining I'm just like holding his leg, shaking him so he can't aim properly.
At that point, he drops the bow and draws his short sword with his other hand, getting it through between your grappling wrists, and pulls out the short sword and tries to hit you with that at disadvantage as well. And he misses with an 11. Okay, very good. Now those attacks, that would have triggered your bow attacks, right? So you should probably be firing your bows. Broken
With advantage.
With advantage.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yep.
And myself?
Yep, Vespera and Rokan firing bows.
With
16.
advantage.
16 hits.
16 hits and does
Thank you,
11
thank
points
you.
of damage.
And sneak attack. Oh, sorry, I mean to say Hunter's Mark.
And Hunter's Mark. Yes, I can do that. And
So-
that is a extra 3 points of damage.
That's 3. So you did 14 points of damage, Barry.
I have 20 in total.
20 to hit. Nice.
Yep.
Damage, please.
And yes. What's the damage for the short bow?
For a short bow, I think it's like a d6 plus your dexterity bonus. You don't have proficiency, so it's just.
I do.
You do?
Yes, because of the braces. The braces. So it would be plus. It's just plus proficiency, isn't it, with damage? So 8 plus another 2 from the braces, so it would be
10.
10. Yeah.
Okay, very
I
good.
did it. Rokan, I did it. Look at me.
Okay, very good.
I'm like you.
That's the end of the held action turn, and Vespera, you now get an attack.
And I can see him.
Yep.
All is well.
Yeah.
Very good.
So you get another advantage shot with your short bow.
No.
Okay,
Oh,
that one.
well, that was short-lived.
Short-lived. Rokan, you now get an advantage shot with your longbow.
I'll go.
Sure. That is a 24.
24 hits, and it's
Oh,
with
well
Hunter's
done.
Mark.
Hunter's Mark. So that's 10 plus Hunter's Mark, which is another 3, so 13 points of damage.
Rokan, how do you kill him?
Right through the back of his head if he's not facing me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so while you're tangling with him, Alcas, up on the wall, an arrow comes through the back of his head. Yeah. You're like, oh, fuck. Slumps in your arms and drops his short sword to the ground. His bow clatters down the wall. Dunk, dunk, dunk. The short sword steel grinds against the stone wall. And around about that time, you see about 15 soldiers come charging down the stairs behind you all.
I just turn around. Oh, what? Roll for initiative.
Kidding. Gotcha.
I just turn around and say, it's all sorted here. Go back to guarding stuff. And I show them my signet ring. And
Who are you? Says the first guard as he walks up to you.
Alexander from House.
It's about time you guys showed up as I just push the body into the street.
You can see these soldiers are well hopped up and ready to fight. They've got their blades out. They're ready for some shit. They've been warned by Lord whomever that was, Vignis of House Blah, a bit earlier, and so they're amped up. The adrenaline is pumping, and you get the impression that they're not going to take any shit from anyone, including you. You know how cops are when they come to your house and some shit's happened. You know they're all fucking ready to go. Who are you? He says.
I am Alexander from House Calren.
You stand against the wall there. Who are you? Points to you, Vespera.
I'm Vespera.
Get to the wall. Stand next to him.
All right.
We've
Come
got an
on,
orc
go
here,
on, Fiona.
sir. Yeah, well, they're not illegal. What are you doing here, kin of Ungor Ma'ak?
With them.
What's going on? He says to you, to the orc.
Well,
Quickly.
bad man do bad stuff. Me stop him. My friend stop him.
Which one of you is Alkas?
By this point, I'll be like sitting on the roof where I pushed him off.
Yep.
Him up
Hey,
there.
that'd be
see?
me.
You're the one that warned Lord Vignis.
That would be us. I also told him we'd take care of this. As you can see, it's been taken care of.
Fan
I'm
out.
just sorry.
Lock down this area. How do you know there's not more of them?
Well, I assumed that there would be strategy and they would have attacked together if there were more. But I'm glad you're here. I do feel a lot safer now. Thank you.
Where were you all heading? He says.
We were off to an inn to go get some drinks for cheap.
Me hungry and sore. Me hungry and
Be careful out at night like that in this city. You're clearly not from around here. They start to calm down a bit.
We can take care of ourselves, as you can see.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Very well. Off you go. We need to search these bodies and do an investigation.
I pull out what I would consider to be my business card and just go, Alexander, investigator to the stars.
Well, what is it going to be instead of a business card?
Business rock.
Just a business rock, yeah. In the city of Dagdagiel
Card
with
doesn't
lots of stone.
exist, so
I mean, you have a signet ring which tells people which house you come from, and you know your word is worth something in this land at this time.
So I just show them the signet ring. I think it'd be easier.
Yeah.
And just say the same line, and I'm like, "Yep, Alexander, House Calren, investigator to the stars."
Investigated to the stars.
Yes.
Alexander, go oversee, find body of magic man.
No, you keep your hands off this lot. Need you out of here now, in case anyone else comes, and we don't want anything disturbed for our commander. He wants to see what happened here. Think yourselves lucky we don't take you back to the lockup for a few hours for interrogation purposes.
I would like to see you try.
Oh, would you like to be banished from the city, sir?
I'd like to see you tell Lord Calren that.
Listen, my friend. We will tell who we need what. The nighttime on the streets. We're not in your house. This is our domain.
Would it be near? Are we near? Oh no, go ahead.
Alexander, be nice to man. Be nice to man.
Very, very well, good guard. If you need us, we will be drinking away the scars at the Square Blossom pub. We're happy to help if you need assistance with this.
Outcast, was it?
That would be me.
I remember you. Very well.
Aye.
Square Blossom pub, he said.
That's where we were heading to when we got ambushed.
Right, run along.
Very well.
No run, me sore. Oh.
I think as we're walking away, I just cast Mage Hand, and the Mage Hand turns around and just goes to the guard and then dissipates.
Fair enough.
Alexander, I think you need to work on your manners.
The city guard are getting less and less. I mean, seriously, this means something.
They're trying to do their jobs.
Doing my job, investigator. And I just put my head down and put my cloak over my head and
Sounds to me like
sulk.
you get a job working for the city guard.
I think I do. But yes, I just put my hood over and start sulking as we walk towards the Square Blossom.
This is like Sherlock Holmes being obstructed by the police.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna look at everyone and just try and make like a check over to see. I'll do a medicine check to see if they look really bad or not. Not that I could do too much, but
Which ones? Who?
over my party members, Rokan,
Oh,
Alcus,
sure.
Alexander.
Most certainly do that.
All right. Good dig. 12.
12. And who was that for?
Let's just say the general welfare check, I suppose.
Well,
Or
you
should I
can-
do a more specific
I think you
welfare
should
check?
do one for each player.
Very good.
Each character.
Well, Rokan was first.
So that was a 12. Rokan's clearly fucked up, so he's got 1 hit point, and he's had 1 hit point for about 3 rounds.
Alexander is 16.
All right, Rokan, you got
And-
arrows sticking out of you right now. 25.
And Alcas is a
25.
natural 20.
Wow. Okay, so you know that Alcas is well fucked up too. He's not quite as fucked as Rokan, but you know, given he's got 1 more hit point than Rokan to begin with, he's close to it.
I'm gonna hand out the berries. How many do I have? Okay, so you two, Alcas and Alexander, you both have 1 anyway. Rokan's eaten his. So that means I have 7 left. I'll give
Oh, me.
I can give
7.
you a few. I want to share them out. I'll give you 3, Rokan.
Mm.
I'll give Alcas 2, and I'll give Alexander 1 because I should probably save 1 for myself.
Fair enough.
I give my one that I've just been given to Rokan as well.
Okay.
So he has 4.
Nice.
Okay. Very well then. Very well.
You nice people.
So you take your good berries. Do you eat them? I'm assuming some of you
Yeah.
might, because they're going to heal you.
Oh, I do.
Feeds you as well.
How many hit points you get is 1 per good berry, is it?
Just 1.
Just
Yeah,
one
yeah.
point
At the moment.
At the moment. Okay, so what does that heal Rokan for?
How many does it equal 4?
Mm.
So you get 4 hit points back,
So you get
Rokan.
4.
Yeah.
So that's 5. He's now at 5.
5.
It's not a lot.
Yeah, so as I eat the berries, I go from limping to just walking normally, but still
Yeah.
clearly hurt.
Rokan, you'd like break off an arrow and pull it out of the back of your shoulder and eat a good berry, and it heals up that.
Me like Mark. Not a Mark.
This bear like got hit by a magic missile, so she's probably just got a bruise.
Okay, so you head
Owies.
on through this area. Out. I mean, do you go back the way you came, or do you decide to just go through where you were going anyway?
Alexander's the leader because
In fact, you know what? The guards block off that way. They're not going to let you through there because
Okay.
they don't trust that was the site of the ambush. They want to investigate it themselves. So
We
you
go the
turn-
other way.
Right. So turning back, you're going back the other way. That first guard that was talking to you, as you go past, he says, "So you're an investigator, are you?"
Oh, wanting my services now.
I never said that.
I just keep walking.
And you'll be at House Kaelrin, will you?
I just keep walking.
I think he does want your services.
Oi. Yeah, why you be nice to people and he can make you investigator and we can find out what go on.
I think I listen to the orc and I turn around and I just sulkily take off my hood and go, yes, I am an investigator.
What does that mean to you, an investigator?
I investigate things. I deduce.
A lot of free time on your hands, then, is what you're saying. You don't have a job, then.
Oh, I have occasional jobs, but I would never say no to another one.
Very well. And you've got some experience with this service that you offer, do you?
Yes, I do.
Right. Well, my name's Bennett, Captain Bennett,
Nice to meet you, Captain Bennett.
and you can find me. And he waits for the DM to figure out exactly where he can find you. Oh crap! Not there. That's the wrong campaign. Dagdagiel. You can find me over at House Tavornis's guard towers.
Right.
Just ask for me, and I might have time for a chat with you if you have the inclination. Can't say there's any money in it. I don't know yet, and I'd have to see what sort of skills you provide.
No, that is very fair, and I look at him and just nod and say, "Are we allowed to leave now?"
Go back the way you came. Yeah, we're cutting off this street. Sorry about that. It's a bit late. We're going to call it curfew for now.
No,
You should
that
head
is
back
fair.
to House Kalen if that's where you're from.
Yes, I think I will.
We've had an
And-
assassination attempt on a noble of a high house.
Hmm.
Fortunately, you have thwarted that attempt, and I shall make that known to our higher ups.
I give him a slight bow and I turn around and start walking away.
Very well. So you will head off back to House.
See, sometimes honey work better than.
I agree with you there, friend, and I give him my other good berry.
Another hit point back, which you get to add to his hit points too.
Yes, I do. So he's now at 6.
Now it's 6. Okay. All right. So you get back to House Kalen, and what do you do once you get there? You head into the keep, up in through the bottom floor, up past the stables and the armories and the guards' quarters and.
What is yes?
So-
And then I think we go to my room and I open it up, breathe in the smell of books.
Does everyone
I
follow?
don't really feel comfortable keeping all the stuff we kept. Is it just me?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I may feel the same way.
You know, I went to sleep on it and it sort of haunted my dreams. It just feels wrong. And I believe that my conscience is telling me I should return them.
Well, don't you worry about that. You rest up. Hand them to me and I'll return them all and add to the list.
I'm going to use it and I'm going to roll my insight because I'm quite wise. But I'm also really shit at rolling. 19.
Apparently not.
I'm full of shit.
I think I'll hand these back personally when we go and return everything. Because that way you can keep what you have and my conscience will be clear.
I put my arrows. That mean my arrows too? Okay.
If that's what you want to do, then yes.
Got a problem. Little problem. One arrow in, and the other arrow in the magic man as well.
Oh, well, we can't get those back. But you did good with them.
No.
I'm sure there's some glory in that. In the afterlife, perhaps. I don't know about any of that sort of carry on.
Okay, I give you what's left.
Hold on to it. We'll return them
Oh,
tomorrow.
and horseshoe. You take horseshoe.
Oh, that's right, our horseshoes. Our horseshoes of good luck and
Yeah.
friendship.
But we gotta give them back. You say, give them back. We give them back.
It's going to be like, I don't know, like a two-legged horse wore them.
Mm.
a satyr or something.
I feel like if we have to give some of them back, we have to give all of them back. They were in the same small wooden
No,
box
no, no.
together.
No, that's crazy.
What do you mean? Is another word he'd teach me. Contradiction and
No. If you
and
want to keep them, you should.
really? Okay.
No, not you.
No.
I mean, if you do, yes. I think everyone should have their own free will here.
Oh, I'm so confused now.
You can do what you want, Rokan.
Don't know what to do.
Oh, let your heart decide. Or even peer pressure. One or the other. Heart or peer pressure.
All right, now I give horseshoe and arrows.
Okay.
Mm.
What is
Somebody,
that?
somebody at the door again.
I go to the door and I open it.
Alexander, it's Reagan.
Ah, Reagan, how are you?
Well enough. A little poorly, I suppose. This weather makes my knee ache.
Mm.
In any case, he comes in and sort of has a bit of a limp as he steps into the room and looks around. Ah, you're all here. That's good.
I put the fire on. Yeah. Just shoots a firebolt straight into the fireplace.
Right. The servants have already prepared the stack of branches and wood inside there, and the kindling goes up perfectly. Excellent.
Me wish you let me know when you do that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rokan.
You
I
all
forgot.
look the worse for wear, he says, looking around at you each. You have any ale in here?
Yes, I do, and I go into the my stores and I pull out a bottle of an ale.
Better yet, do you have any mead?
I begrudgingly go a bit lower into my stores and pick out a bottle of mead and put the ale back into the stores.
Bring ale back. Bring ale back. I
Take
look
both
at
bottles. I give the ale to Rokan and I give the mead to Reagan.
Right, Reagan and Rokan. Okay. He takes the cork out of it and has a slough of it. So I have a wee task for you tomorrow. If you'll take it for me, Alexander. It's nothing too hard or difficult. Need someone to deliver some supplies to an individual.
Who is this individual?
He looks at the rest of you, see how closely you're listening or whether you're busy just drinking.
I'm not drinking. I'm just looking at him, listening.
Says, perhaps we should talk in the other room.
Very well, and I lead him into the other room.
All right.
Heightened senses.
Yeah, I'm straight away up against the door of the wall listening.
I'm not. I'm drinking.
You're drinking ale. Fair enough. Good call. Okay, so you guys can make perception checks. You two.
Ears being very. I can't hear anything. Stop drinking so loudly, Rokan. I can't hear them. I don't know that song.
What did you roll for your perception checks?
Yeah.
Yeah, neither of us here. Rokan's singing too loudly.
I see. Okay, cool. Right, he says to you, Alexander, he says, I need you to deliver some supplies to a fellow named Mendel Faramond. He's one of my people, and I have had him working at House Torvanus as a spy. He's working as a servant there, and I need you to take a box to him. You'll need to sneak it in there somehow. You don't want to be detected. You could wait for him to come out. He goes to the market every noon. Perhaps you can find him there.
I think that's the best option. Is this a mission for all of us or just for me?
Oh, it shouldn't matter, but I don't want these lot blabbing.
trust me, they will not blab.
Now, if they do, your next task will be to put them down.
I understand.
So take them as you will, but the main point here is to not have Torvanus any the wiser that our man is a spy.
Yes,
So do not be seen talking to him.
absolutely.
So if you do this in public, there is always a chance that you may be seen. But if you can find somewhere else or some way of exchanging this, I'm not sure that you know Mendel, so he
No,
may
I
not
haven't met him.
recognize you. But you do have your signet ring.
Yes, I do, and I'm playing with it with my other hand.
Very good. And what happened out there tonight? You all look injured and worse for wear.
There were a bandit made a diversion for assassinating one of the nobles of the house that we cannot remember.
At a game I can remember.
While you're looking
Vignis
that
of
up,
House something or other.
Yeah,
while you're
house
looking that up, there was a
Vignis Dalathon.
Vignis Dalathon.
Vignis Dalathon.
curse you. Oh, curse.
Dalathon. Interesting. I believe when next we speak, I'll tell you who he is. I have some contacts who may be able to discern what their family line is. Vignis, you say?
Yes.
You say he was in a palanquin, big fellow.
Yes, he was.
I see. Very well. So you can handle this small task tomorrow, then?
We will die trying.
Good luck. Good luck. Shouldn't be too difficult.
Shouldn't be
It's
too
nothing.
hard, no.
Very well, then. That's all I came to talk to you about. Let us drink. He opens the door. Comes back out to the living space.
Happily say to him, enjoy the fire, and I mage hand and push the chair a bit closer to the fire for him.
Right.
I'm clearly still standing right up against the door, trying to listen, but not hearing anything.
Turns to you at that point. Says, do you not have any manners?
I mean, I have manners when they're needed, but
they're needed.
We got attacked today and nearly killed. I was wondering if this was what you were talking about involved that at all. You know, I do like my life.
Do you like getting paid? Do you like our hospitality?
I do. You need not worry, though. This one was so noisy I couldn't hear a thing.
Keep an eye on you. Clearly a nosy Parker.
Oh, of course. I don't try hide that. The more I know, the more I can help you. And better do my job.
Were you involved with this kerfuffle that happened this evening?
Oh, we all were.
Oh, damn it, Orc. Silence! I cannot think.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I go over to the servant bell and I give it a ring.
And you give the servant bell a ring?
Yep.
Okay, very well. A servant comes henceforth and knocks at the door.
Hello there, how are you?
My lord. She bows. And then you realize that she's bowing to Reagan and not you.
That's fair enough. Are you able to go get us some food, please? Meat.
Yes, I can do that, of course.
Thank you very much. And I slip her 5 silver pieces.
She goes off with the money and heads down the corridor, closing the door behind you. Reagan says, "Why do you do that, Alexander?"
It's thanking them for the work that they do.
They get paid for the work that they do. You
I just like to add on top.
Probably.
Problems for the rest of us.
I know, but it's something I
Enjoy
do.
that, don't you?
I do.
Oh,
Disrupting our little economy.
It's a living.
Not for you when you run out of coin because you spend it all on overpaying your servants. You'll find if you keep doing that, they'll try and rob you.
I'd like to see them try. They can't find my money.
Why do you keep it in your pants?
I just look at him and give him a little eyebrow raise.
Well,
Yeah.
you finished this drink. So what did happen with you lot tonight? You look terrible. He sits down and puts his feet up on one of your chairs.
It's fine. I offered it to him, so Mikasa is Sukasa, or whatever that would be. In
Yep.
Cool. Yep.
Not a one of you is going to talk about it.
no, me too, Thor.
Well, let me tell you a tale of 4 heroic adventurers who were just going for a leisurely stroll to go find a pub when we came across some. They seemed to be guards. However, there was something not right, and when questioned, they attacked us out of nowhere. Innocent old us just trying to go to the bar.
Could I incite this Reagan?
Reagan, yeah.
Yeah. I just want to keep like a beat on him
Okay.
the entire time he's listening, if that's okay.
All right.
With my 12.
With your 12. Well, he's listening intently.
Hmm.
And he's kind of, you think he's kind of trying to filter out all of the self-aggrandizing bullshit.
True.
And Magic Man have black cloak and but we saw red underneath, huh? Huh?
So you suspect something?
Me suspect nothing. Him might suspect something. The elf.
I don't know. All I know is that us being in the right place at the right time prevented a potential assassination of a High Lord.
You prevented an assassination of a High Lord, you say?
An assassination attempt, no, at least.
Oh.
And not forget the hawk.
And did you, does this High Lord know your, names?
He was more worried about getting his own ass out of there alive.
I was just
He
curious.
didn't stick around.
Did you
However,
He knows your name, Malgus.
Did you mention
we did give
house?
names to his guards.
Did you mention the House of Kalen?
Should we have?
Well, if you saved a High Lord and you'd done it
I
with
believe
Kalen, then there would be honor and glory to be heaped upon the house, and I would then have reason to pay you some form of restitution. Lord Kalen might be interested. He may, in fact, even give you some sort of compensation for your troubles. But seeing as you didn't mention his name or the house of name of the house,
I quickly mentioned it. I did mention the House of Kalen.
You did mention the House of Kalen.
So and you did present your signet ring to show proof of that?
Yes, I did.
Lord Vignis or
his guard?
His guard. See.
Lord Vignis did not seem interested in us at all. He just wanted to leave. But his guards were more than welcoming.
Who can blame him? I wish I lived.
This is good news. Good news indeed. This means that I can turn to Lord Kalerin this evening, and when I return to him, I will tell him this good story, and then when he goes upon the morrow to meet with the assembly of princes over in the palace grounds, he will have occasion to mention such incidents to the house of Dalathon. And when he does, they will owe him a favor, and that at your behest. Therefore, he will owe you a favor. you see. So by
Excellent.
assisting our house and by propagating its good name, you further your own careers as long as you rest under these roofs. Is that understood?
Me get it.
So I suppose I should leave you now and let you think upon things. Your benefactor here, and he turns over to Alexander. He has a small task in the morning to perform. I believe he's going to ask you all for assistance with it. I thought I would mention it. There is some silver in it for you if you do assist him. Especially if there is anything that goes wrong and you, well, as you did such good work today, take the opportunity to do well and you shall be rewarded.
One last thing, my lord.
Yes.
When you report through to High Lord Veldrith regarding this matter, you may want to mention the name Casimir.
Casimir.
If that rings a bell to you or any of your informants,
Casimir.
he seemed to be the one that hired these thugs for the ambush.
Casimir.
And apparently he had pretty horse. Very expensive kind of stuff.
And he wore a black veil over his face.
Interesting. I know no Lord Casimir.
It means nothing to me, but I'm sure you have more sources of intelligence than just us.
An excellent observation that you've made. I shall pass on your most excellent intelligence gathering abilities and skills. I'm sure that shall raise you in the eyes of the High Lord, and he shall consider you for more opportune positions. Very well then, I shall let you drink and eat and sleep as you will. Your food shall be here shortly. I shall refrain. I have eaten already.
I go into the stores and pick out another bottle of mead and just slip it into his pocket.
No. Well, I have enough of this myself. I have access to my own stores. I have access to the cellars. Being steward of the house does have its benefits.
I chuckle at that and go, I agree, but take it as a thank you for the hard work that you do.
The door opens suddenly and the servant returns with a large tray with bread rolls and some other slices of meat and things. And Sanity says, perhaps a little picking, and he takes a slice off there and eats it. And he puts the bottle in the servant's hand. And she looks at him and, thank you, my lord. And he disappears down the corridor. She lays out all the food for you on the table. She leaves if you don't, unless you say something or otherwise.
Rokan is making a sandwich.
And thus Rokan invented the sandwich.
That is now law. Congratulations.
Rokanwich.
As
Yum.
the servant leaves,
Yum,
I
yum, yum.
I thank her and I close the door behind her.
Yep.
So
I shove a bread roll into my face.
Did that servant offend you there, Alexander?
no,
You
absolutely
didn't give her
not.
any money.
I've already given her some money.
Oh, it's not like you to not give more.
That's true.
Put a little bit of mustard over here.
I do feel like you're very, very generous, Alexander. But as you've said in the past, there's hierarchies, right? I'm trying to learn all this, and you confuse me.
As she makes that comment, I cast Mage Hand and put some more kindling on the fire. And
Right.
since the fire's going out, I just cast another fireball at it.
Oh.
Just casually, like.
All right.
Every time you do that.
Me mean to tell you something. Me mean to tell you something, people.
We're here.
Okay. Tomorrow morning, me have to go into the forest. Because I miss Forest City. Too many people try kill me in city. Too many, not nice place.
I'll go
So
with you, Rokon.
tomorrow me pack, me go, nice being with you fellas, but
Oh, you're leaving.
yeah. Don't like city. Not like city.
You're gonna bring in a new character.
No, not bringing in a new character.
I was going to say,
Well,
sorry, the Sparrow. Can you make just make an Arcana check, or a nature check, or a religion
this is
check?
fine. Okay. Arcana is 19.
Okay. I was thinking along the lines of you watching Alexander cast firebolts into the fire, and it's from your point of view, from a druidic point of view. I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm wondering whether it's a kind of breach of nature. It's kind of a little bit wrong to just be so frivolous with the elements. From your point
That's
of view,
true.
it's up to you whether you want to see it that way. I just thought I would suggest that to throw in some intergroup conflict.
That's true. He is using it like a flimsy throwaway tool.
Right.
But it is quite impressive, and I do wish that I could do that at the same time.
Right.
So
So
I'm a
you're
little
at the
bit.
same time you're impressed, but you're also like maybe that's
I look
why-
forward to being able to do that in time myself. And when I do, I will use it. I'll use the nature appropriately.
Right.
But then, from what I've seen with Alexander, nothing really seems to be an appropriate response from him. It's always crazy.
So I back out again and shut up and let you guys get on with work. Sorry.
No, that's good. It's good to have these talks.
I now say to the group, now we've been given a small task from our friend who has just departed, and it
What
is
is
to
it?
we've got to deliver a box to one of his informants in the city.
Can we do that now?
No, well, we could, but I think it would be better if we wait for him to go into the market tomorrow at around noon, where he will be. We're in public and it'll be less. How big is the box? Did he say?
He didn't say actually.
He didn't say. That's useful.
Yeah. You didn't ask. Also not useful.
Also not useful as well. And I didn't even ask him where I'm supposed to pick up the box.
No.
I go to the servant bell and ring it.
All right. A couple of minutes later, the servant will arrive.
And 5 silver.
Can you please go inform Reagan to return to my quarters, and I give her a gold piece.
Oh my god, no! Stop!
Okay, yes, sir. All right, very well. She runs off immediately.
She's not going to return. Although she might return for more gold. What are you doing?
I hope you're tracking this gold, because if you're going to spend it,
Stop.
you need to track it. I'm normally not very anal about this, but
I am tracking it. Don't worry.
okay, I'm going to be anal about it now.
You ruined it.
Yep.
That's fair. No, I am tracking it.
Over. Okay, so she fucks off, and I don't know what you do for 10 minutes while she fucks off to go and find Lord Reagan. He's just getting himself ready for the evening. In fact, he's in the middle of delivering his report, I suppose. She comes all the way back downstairs again, and she says, "Can you see him in his quarters in 20 minutes, please, at the sound of the 11th bell?"
Yep, no, that's fine.
All right. So, long story short, you end up at his quarters at the 11th bell. Roundabouts. What does everybody else do? Do you follow him? Do you just hang out and drink and talk shit and play dragon chess, or what are you guys going to do while he's off doing that?
I think we should stay back here. Don't you?
Get
Should we play a game?
I'm just lying in front of the fire with a bottle of whatever, as long as it's strongish.
I hope you're clothed.
All right.
I got idea. I got
Alcus,
idea.
yeah.
I imagine the bottles right in front of you, drunk.
Me can sell furs at market.
Oh, what now? It's
No,
quite late, so
you know,
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Okay,
I
right,
want
yeah.
you three to make perception checks, and while you do that quietly, I'll just see what happens with Alexander. Alexander, you get to Reagan. You knock on his door, and he opens it. Yes, I was expecting you. You want the box, I suppose.
Yes, that would be probably a good idea. I forgot to ask where to pick it up or how big it is during our meeting.
I was going to have it sent to you in the morning, but nonetheless, I suppose I can still do that.
Yeah, I think that will work perfectly fine. If you send it in the morning.
If you pass through the stables on the way out, ask the stable hand, Bjorn.
Bjorn, I will ask Bjorn. And another question I was going to ask is, what does your man look like?
Well, that's more the point, isn't it? Hold on, I'm just making a note of the stable hand. He says, well, he's a lanky fellow. He's got longish red hair. Usually keeps it fairly neat, I believe. He'll be wearing some sort of doublet because he's working for the house of Dalathon. So, did I say Dalathon? Did I say Dalathon? No, I did notice. It's Scalderon.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll have their emblem on his doublet, no doubt. He may have other servants with him. It's hard to say. I personally would recognize him because I know what he looks like, but I suppose if you've never seen him before, that could be trickier.
Yes.
Let me teach you a sign. And he shows you a hand signal, not unlike the thieves' cant that he showed Alcas, or that Alcas we were talking about earlier. This is the sign of our house. It is the secret sign of in our battle language.
Interesting. That is interesting information to know.
Will that be all? I think that's probably enough to go by.
Yes, I think that is enough. Yeah, thank you.
Any thoughts or questions, you can come back for them.
Yes, and I bow and start backing away.
Oh, get out of here.
I just giggle and then start running down the stairs.
Wait a minute. One more thing.
I come back up the stairs.
I was wondering if you had any gold for me. Puts out his hand.
I'll give him 100 copper pieces.
As you go into your bag, he's like, for God's sake, man, stop. I'm not interested in your gold. I was jesting.
I know you were jesting.
Enough. I have sleep to have.
And I turn around and start going down the stairs again.
All right. So meanwhile, you guys made perception checks.
Yes.
Right. What were your perception checks?
16.
It was a 16. Alcas.
Also 16.
It's also a 16. And
Rokan was a 21.
Rokan is a 21. Okay. As you're sitting there admiring the fire, are you talking at all, or are you
I really wish you'd put some clothes on, Alcus. Although that's fine. You do you. You know, the druids, the ones I live with, we're very comfortable with being naked.
And Rokan, you're listening to this?
I'm just enjoying the warmth, to be honest.
I can see that.
We were out in the rain and it was all wet, and while I do enjoy the rain, it's good to dry off and stay warm.
I agree.
There's a sound coming from outside from the window, and you all turn and see this huge centipede climbing down through the window and up onto the ceiling. It's kind of
Immediately.
the only thing in the room that's moving, and it's suddenly extremely conspicuous. It stops while you all look at it.
I'm gonna go over to
going
it.
for. I'm immediately going for daggers and throwing them.
Oh, well, as you do that, I'm expecting you to miss. So
Thanks.
Right. Give me a minute.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Those centipedes, they're really, really good at not being hit. So
Why is this letting me? Seriously? Ah, that's why. Come on. Here we go.
at this point, there's no Theo around as well.
There's no what?
Theo isn't around. It costs a wild shape to keep her around, so she'll be gone.
Okay, so you're going to throw a dagger at it. In which case, I'm going to make you roll for initiative against the centipede.
That is a 6.
Should I also roll initiative?
You might as well. Alexander, you might as well roll initiative too, just in
Ding,
case you
ding,
get here on time. I'm pretty sure you're busy throughout this whole scene, though.
Yeah. That's a 10 for me and an 18 for Rokan.
Okay, cool. All right, so actually Rokan has initiative, but you're going to start proceedings. So Rokan, you see him drawing his dagger and goes to fling the dagger at it. What do you do?
I throw my axes at it.
So you fling an axe. Okay,
Yeah.
so can you roll to hit with an axe, please?
What is it with you guys and
24.
insects?
Okay.
24 hits.
And that is 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Wow. Okay, cool. Vespera, do you do anything?
After seeing all the the people throwing stuff at it, I'm just going to spend my action looking at them in shock. Like, what? We could have. It's an insect.
All right,
That's all
Alexander,
it
you're
was.
missing a turn because you're not here. Alcas, you're throwing your dagger. 26.
Thank you for doubting me.
No problem.
That's a net 20
That hits.
Okay.
for 6 points of damage.
You can double
That
it,
was.
don't you?
Double it
It
with
was
a
was
nat
2.
20.
It was
Reroll.
two 1d4s that both rolled 1.
Oh.
So what did you
Oh.
come to? What's your total damage?
There was 6 total.
6 total. Okay. All right.
Wow.
Very good. And at that point, the centipede suddenly transforms. And what it transforms into is this little creature with little claw feet, like this. It has. Oh man, why is there no picture on this fucking thing? Come on. The picture link is broken on D&D Beyond. Okay, let's do it the other way, the hard way.
It's not like a Thrykeen or something, or
No.
As long as it's not a bow, we should be fine.
You don't know what it is. Share screen. Here we go. Looks like this. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So that's what it looks like, and it's sitting in the. It drops off the ceiling, doof, onto the floor in front of you, and it goes. And as it does that, it uses its scare power. So the person who's most closest to it, who did the most damage, which is probably Rokan, needs to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
That is a 10.
That is just a success. It has a
Oh.
10 DC. So, Rokan, you almost shit your pants, but you managed to pull yourself together. You've never seen anything like this before. And as it does that, it makes its little scream, and then it leaps back into the window, and it literally blinks invisible and disappears. You can make perception checks. You basically just do this with disadvantage. Those that are present, of course.
10.
That was a 9.
Fail. Rokan.
5.
Rokan was a 9.
Rokan was a 9. Okay, nobody can see it. Okay, fair enough. It's gone.
Is that like a regular thing here? I'm new to this place, remember? I don't know if that's...
Was that not the centipede back from the tomb?
I think so. Although, I mean, it looks, it looks like it, but I could be wrong. Why don't we, you know what? I'll run over to all the bells that that Alexander normally pulls, and I'll just pull every one of them.
All right.
Because I'm not sure which one does what.
Strips of blue cloth hanging from the ceiling with little stitches on the bottom of them.
I don't know if I can afford all this, but
feel the weight on the other end of the cloth when you pull it. It's obviously ringing a bell somewhere. A minute or two later, someone gets to the door.
I'll answer the door.
Madam.
Hello. What do you do exactly?
I'm a servant here to House Kalerin.
Right. Could you... I'm sorry, I did end up ringing all those bells. I don't know what any of them do. Could you please get Alexander down here, please?
Running up the stairs. Boots coming from down the hallway and up the stairs from the nearest.
I think what's is as she's going up, I'm going down another set of stairs, so we're kind of like going that, and she's going up like around there, and she passes me just as we're going like opposite direction to each other.
Who's passing who?
So I'm passing this servant that's coming to find me, but we're kind of like going on two separate staircases. Well, I can see each other.
This is yet to happen because your friend here
eventually
rang all the bells, which includes calling the guards.
Excellent.
So, I can't afford all this.
A bunch of guards are about to turn up at the door. Okay, so all right, so you're coming down the stairs. What you hear upstairs as you're coming down, Alexander, however, is the alarms sounding, and a horn blows.
As I hear that, I light up a fireball and just like start running upstairs.
Up the stairs or down the stairs?
Up the stairs.
Where to?
Towards the throne room.
Throne room, okay. All right. Well, when you get to the throne room, you see that it's open. But there are two guards there on alert with their weapons out, and they're preparing to close the doors to the throne room, the Megaron. One turns and says, "What are you doing here?"
I'm here to protect the Lord.
The Lord has his protection. He does not need you.
It has been my instruction to protect the Lord at all costs. As well. It is yours.
Well, you should know that the Lord is in his private chambers, locked away safely under guard. He does not need your protection.
And with that, I still have the firebolt up, and I'm like, do you know what's happened?
We have no idea what's happened. The alarm has sounded, so somewhere in this castle there has been a breach.
Okay. I start making my way down the stairs again.
Okay. Going down the stairs, you see some guards going down the stairs quite quickly.
I follow behind them.
Some servants coming up the stairs with water and towels.
I think that's quite strange, and I pause for a moment to look at it and go. I stop and ask the servants, where are you heading to?
We're heading to your quarters, my lord. And she puts out a hand.
I just hear her say my quarters, and I start running.
Okay. So you run back to your quarters. When you get to your quarters, there are 4 guards outside. There's some food outside. There's the milk is outside. The ladies come to change the bedpan. And I mentioned the cats, right? So these people have all arrived, and they're now in conversation with whoever is inside. So you guys will have answered the door by now, I'm suspecting.
Yep, I'll just invite them all in.
They're all come in and they're all looking around. And the guards come in and they're like, "What's happening here?" They're looking around with their weapons out.
I've got like a dagger in each hand, and I'm just like trying to scope out the entire room.
Who
There's
are
a thing.
You've not seen these guards before, and they've not seen you, so you're an immediate threat with your weapons out. One of them.
I'm just like
Also, your other weapon is out because you're naked.
Yeah, I'm just like ignoring them, just like scanning past it. There's a thing somewhere here. Keep an eye out.
Start looking around, scanning. Okay. And then you
I-
arrive, Alexander.
I walk into the room and I go, "What the hell is going on?
Alexander, there you are.
What have you? What have you?
I tried to
Why
call
is
you.
she here? Why is the? I just pick up the bottle of meat and scull it.
Where would you like the milk, milady?
Over here. Over here.
Over with the rest of
Over
the
here.
food and the beverages and the moist towels and the...
Lily's here with the laundry too, if you've got anything you need to take away.
Oh, all of Alcus's clothes, probably.
I need to tell you, ma'am, if you don't mind, and Lord
What is that?
Cordana, if you have a moment, please. Madam Granger doesn't like it when you ring the bells after 10. So if you don't mind, could you refrain from calling?
When is 10?
10 bells.
So I have to count the bells every time they ring?
That's what we all do. Yes, count the bells so you know.
So
what
annoying.
Don't worry, love. It's easier during the daytime. There's less bells.
Right. Sure.
Up until midday, anyway.
Right. Okay. So everyone, I talked to everyone. There was a little centipede that came in, and it turned into like a screeching monster.
Right.
And it's disappeared, and I don't know where it is.
And thusly, they begin searching the room from top to bottom. This goes on for half an hour. 20 minutes at least.
That's all right, because Rokan's busy.
What's Rokan doing? Drinking milk and
Yeah, drinking milk and eating, you know. Why waste the food? It's here.
Right. Fair enough. After about 15 minutes have got elapsed, Reagan comes in. He's standing there leaning against the door. You realize he's been there for a while, watching all of this.
I've just chucked my hood over my thing and I've kind of backed myself into a corner.
Alexander, how much money do you have? You've got to pay all these people.
And that's all I'm doing. I'm just like hyperventilating in the corner with
Alexander,
my
come
hood
on.
Okay.
Come on.
Now, this is what
all of
happened.
this in service of, says Reagan. You've managed to call the entire castle down on us.
Excuse me, my lord. May I tell you something?
Turns and looks at you seriously.
When we were at the tomb, there was this big centipede. And somehow, the same centipede, I assume, showed up here. I'm trying to do what he taught me, so if I'm doing it badly, just showed up here. And when we attacked it with our weapons, it turned into some kind of creature. And then fell off the roof and went out that window and just disappeared.
Who else saw this besides you, Rokan?
I did.
And is this true?
It is true.
What did you surmise it to be?
Could I make some sort of check?
You can make a history check to unlock an arcana check.
Can I also?
No, definitely not.
You can also do the same, yeah.
I derped out for a moment there.
No. I'm clothed now, but I'm still searching for this thing in the room, convinced it's still here.
Right.
It just looked like a really big centipede.
What about when it transformed? Didn't look like a centipede then, did it?
Then it looked like it's kind of like a bug creature, I suppose.
I see.
Small bug creature, green
Alexander,
and
can you make a history check?
It's a 5.
Okay.
Rogan.
Okay, back to you, Rokan.
Looked like when it changed, it looked like, and how do you roll prescript, you know, that it looked what it looked like.
You want to make a description of it?
Yeah.
Performance?
Performance, yep, cool.
Performance
F5.
should be like a what you know, like an investigation or something.
Yeah, it could be an investigation check.
Because he might be able to compare it with creatures he's
Actually, you know what? You
seen.
could make a nature check. That would be
Yeah.
A
that's
nature check. Yeah, okay, we'll do that instead. Which is not much better, it's a 3.
a 3. Okay, yeah. So you're having real trouble describing it. You've not anything to compare it to. So you're like,
Could-
it's like this big, and it's got these things, and it does.
Yeah.
Could I do the same?
Yep.
Sweet.
Could I go through a book and, from
Right.
what I'm kind of
14.
hearing, try and see if I can find something in a book?
Right. So now you were thinking, okay, so you can make another history check, please.
Cool. Now, since I have a book of knowledge, can I get an advantage with that?
Well, the book that you need is not in this room.
Cool. Okay, I don't have the book. Okay.
But you are aware
That was a
there are-
natural 1.
Oh my god! You think your book has it in it, but you go through this book looking back and forth. Have you ever been in like a D&D book looking for a rule, and you realize later that it was actually a different book that rule was in, but you're fucking sure it's in this book. You go
Yeah.
all the way through it 3 times, back cover to cover, looking for the thing. It's just not there.
It's just not there because it's not there. It's in another book. Yep.
Right.
No, sweet, cool. It's probably in the book that I don't have.
It's the book you don't have. It's in fact, it's going to be in one of the libraries around the city. You don't think House Kalerin has this book.
Cool.
So you might have to get a favor from somebody else to find it or pay for it, which you're very happy to do, I'm aware. So yeah. Okay. So nature check from Vespera. I think Vespera, you could have a hint that it might be some kind of fiend.
Oh,
Based on its
I guess that makes sense.
horns and barbs that are on its body.
It's
And
weird,
the
but
fact that it could turn invisible and transform into creatures, it's one of the things it might be, is a fiend.
I think it might be a fiend. Just from the way it interacts and everything. And all the horns.
Yeah, and especially I think the fact that when it did its little scary show at that point, it was terrifying. You know, I mean, you made your saving. Well, it didn't do it to you, but if it had, you might have shat yourself.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then, I mean, this might have something to do with the fact that we saw Infernal written on some of the dead bodies, or wait, was it the dead body? It was written
It was
somewhere.
the
blood.
It was either
Blood Lord
it
or
was
blood.
yeah, it was the Blood Lord, but it was either the initial zombie or it was the skin.
Do you think maybe this creature did it? And just out again, did we
Yeah.
see other centipedes?
You saw
Was it just the one, or was there many?
just the one that you saw, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, it is 10:08. and we shall wrap up here. I think it's a good spot.
I think it's a good spot. I think we're going to do a long rest after
Oh,
everyone's
yeah,
left.
good idea. Good idea. Also, there was the earthquake during the session
Oh my
in
god.
Wellington. That was
Oh
fun.
wow!
When I was like,
What was happening in the game at that time?
it was at 9 o'clock an hour ago.
Okay.
So
Wow.
whatever happened there,
Whatever happened at
it
9
wasn't
o'clock.
shaking that bad though. So
Right.
but I could feel it.
Ooh. Well, thank you guys for playing.
Thank you very
Should we
much.
long rest now and then get a
Yeah, I think a long rest now, and then we can get straight into it next week.
Freshly on the next session.
okay.
So next session will be you guys waking up in Alexander's quarters
Mm.
with Alcas sleeping on top of Rokan naked.
Both of them are naked.
No.
All right, guys.
I did end up putting clothes back on
Yeah, he did.
after the guards had come back in.
Fair enough.
He did.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
Otherwise, yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Okay, guys.
Goodbye.
Good night. See you
Goodbye,
later.
goodbye,
Bye-bye.
goodbye.
Bye.